I didn't even get a chance to read it. We
don't
just
read it.
held it up too
Read
quickly.
it. It's lit.
No. We can't read it. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. No. Don't put it up. Don't put it up. Don't put it up.
Hand me
That's
the
bad.
pad. Hand me the pad.
Yeah.
You can't understand his writing anyway.
Yeah, you can.
And it's like one of those college journals where there's been notes for 7 years.
That's-
Welcome to
that's-
Live Imaging
That's
Tuesday.
this year's notes. Thank you very much.
On
Yes.
this windy in parts of the Southland.
You don't get it?
No.
Okay, keep saying it faster. Say that during the break. Say it out
All
loud.
of it, or just the last part?
Are you 9 years old?
Look. Okay. In some respects, yes, but go ahead.
This is like when you get caught passing notes
Yes.
in like school, and you're like,
Get it to
okay, the
marriage.
teacher's like, all
I
right,
didn't know the show
share it
started.
with the class.
Go ahead, Chris. Yes.
Lit. It's lit.
Producer Emily's here.
Roar.
And producer Jorge.
What is this?
What's up?
So the reports are that they're. I'm just going to go by them and just
Sure.
do the show with you for a few minutes.
Okay.
So there's rain on the forecast for Thursday night in Santa Clara, huh?
85% rain in Santa Clara. It's going to be a muddy one up in San Francisco. So maybe that'll be good for the Rams because they actually have running backs, right, Jorge?
Shut up.
Wow. Early in there, we got to shut up in the troll. It's 9:01.
I don't think it's ever been raining up there. Ever.
Well, I mean, it rains.
No, during a Rams 49ers game. I don't remember
don't
ever
recall
being
one.
wet.
But it never rains in Southern California,
No,
right?
it
Cue the
rains,
song.
But for the game, I mean, either as a player or as a broadcaster, I don't remember being wet up there
You're
at all.
going to be wet on
This would be
Thursday
new.
night. Do you wear a slicker?
Hey, I
the
didn't know you like
poncho.
to get wet, Holmes.
The poncho.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, that clear poncho
Yeah,
thing. Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So imagine after somehow Sean McVay going to a 2021 playbook and beating the Bills on Sunday, that the rain slips them up a little
Stymies
bit.
him again?
Did
And
you
on
say
Thursday.
2021 playbook?
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
You haven't seen that offense run like that
stop.
since the Super Bowl year.
You don't know what you're talking about. Stop.
Blocking help.
When's the
Stop.
last time?
It's the same playbook.
No, it's not.
It is the same
You can't
playbook.
even say that with a straight face.
It's the same playbook.
You can't watch the Saints game and the Dolphins game and all season and say they were
Do
running
you
jet
think they
sweeps
have,
all over the place.
They have
weren't.
different playbooks for years.
I think that Sean McVay, and we've talked about this before,
You have to teach the same offense every year.
Decides on certain
You
days
have to teach the offense
to
every
turn
year.
it
The
on.
same stuff to Matthew Stafford. You don't change every year.
They did have some stuff that I hadn't seen. The end
When's the last
rounds
time
that
you
we
saw
talked
jet
about.
sweeps?
That part makes sense.
And they were 4 wide, a lot more than they've been
some
at any other
stuff
point.
you hold back.
But that was more a function
Well,
to me.
when you're a losing team, why hold back?
Some stuff you hold back.
They're not
for,
a losing team.
Well, now they're not.
7-6,
Yeah, now
baby.
they're not.
Some stuff
7
you
and
hold
6.
back for certain teams. Like you don't need certain plays for New England. You
now,
don't
were
need
you
certain
getting
plays
nervous
for New Orleans.
Were you getting nervous when Josh Allen began his comeback?
I'm scared to death.
Who wasn't?
Bro, I'm still scared.
Name one person that wasn't nervous
I'm
when
still
Josh
scared
Allen
to
was
death.
doing that. It
I
was
actually,
crazy.
for the first time, really believed the Rams were going to win. Like I didn't think that
Yeah.
they were going to pull it. It was too far back.
There was never a time where I felt like the game was over.
No.
There were plenty of times where I'm like, okay, we're in a good spot, but that guy scored 6 touchdowns.
I felt like that twice.
6.
Once with Aaron Rodgers, and we got lucky. They fumbled the kickoff. He didn't get the ball back.
Right, David Montgomery.
Because had he stepped on the field, he was
Yeah.
probably going to score and you'd lose.
Yep.
And Russell Wilson, right before the let Russ cook stuff
Okay.
in St. Louis, he was hot. If we gave him the ball, and Jeff Fisher ran a fake punt in his own end to keep the ball.
Oh yeah,
The craziest call ever.
The
Right.
other one was, and they pulled it out too, was Monday night in the Coliseum against the Chiefs with Mahomes and
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
one of those, if they get it last, they're going to win.
If he's got one tick on the clock, if
Yeah.
Josh Allen has 1 second on the clock, you'll probably lose that game. That's how hot he was.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
He was that was as good as we talked about it a little bit yesterday. That's as good as I've seen an NFL player at any point in my entire life.
Yes, and they don't change playbooks every year.
just saying we didn't see
Kinda
an
nonsense.
Offense didn't look like that earlier in the year.
They blocked. They
Yeah.
blocked.
No sacks. No sacks, 3 hits. That's the best all year. That's 2-3 straight weeks of good offensive line.
It was a weird game. There were 86 points scored. There were no sacks in
Yeah.
the entire game, and there were no turnovers in
and
the
just
entire game.
3 hits.
Yeah.
You couldn't hit either
so
one
a
of
blocked
them.
punt isn't a turnover.
No, not technically.
It's not.
No, it's a block
I
punt.
was wondering about that.
No.
It's about block punt last night.
Yeah.
You might want to go over that.
Yeah. Do you know the rule on block punts?
No.
Okay. So
I mean, I know that if you block it, you blocked it.
if you block it and it goes towards the punter, it goes behind, then you can scoop and score a live ball.
Okay.
If it goes over the line of scrimmage, that's still a punt. It's a block punt, but it still counts as a punt. So
So it's
not a live
it's a
ball.
turnover on downs, not a turnover.
Correct.
Oh.
And it's
Unless
only
you
live
touch it,
unless
and
you
then
touch
the
it.
other team can pick
Right,
it up
exactly.
and go
Yeah.
throw a touchdown pass
Yes.
to Jamar Chase
Yeah.
and have another brutal loss for the Cowboys last
Horrible,
night.
horrible. I hope it gets so bad that they let Micah Parsons become available. Wouldn't that be awesome?
I mean, I'd like him on the Rams. I don't know.
Of course.
But, yeah, I don't. Why would you get rid of your best guy?
If they want a clean house, I'm just saying.
They're going to bring back Mike McCarthy.
Amazing.
That's nuts, right?
Dak Prescott wants Mike McCarthy to come back. Mike Parsons wants Mike McCarthy to come back. If your best offensive player and your best defensive player are both saying bring him back, don't you bring him back?
I like how in the game they were showing highlights of the last time the Cowboys Bengals played in 2022. Dak Prescott was hurt then too.
He gets hurt
my God.
kind of frequently.
Does he get hurt a lot?
Yeah.
He puts up numbers. He doesn't get hurt
He puts up a ton of numbers, and then all of a sudden when you got to have it, he's not your man.
I don't remember him being hurt all that often.
He was hurt in that one.
Good player.
I enjoyed the Simpsons game.
I enjoyed this. I'm curious if people that don't like The Simpsons got anything. Because as a huge Simpsons fan, there was a lot of deep cuts that reminded me of classic episodes that I really liked. Just things about, like, Hack the Bone when Lisa was a hockey player. And braces, Lisa needs braces. Dental plan, they're just throwing in all these one-liners from The Simpsons that had nothing to do with football. But I'm a Simpsons fan, so I love that.
That's awesome.
It looked weird. It looked like a weird video game.
Well, the Nickelodeon one that CBS does doesn't look amazing.
But
it's kind of similar.
Yeah, but
they're not projecting the game in totally cartoon. You're just putting SpongeBob occasionally in the background.
And slime.
Yeah.
Chris.
How many people?
I'm just going to say, good job, Jimmy Pitaro.
How many people like you are there? I guess The Simpsons is seriously popular.
It's been on the air 34 years,
It has
so
to be popular.
somebody's watching it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if a lot of people are watching it the last 20 years, but
It's got a fan base.
Do we have? I'll go deep cut Simpsons stuff. So the first 10 or 12 years,
amazing,
like one of the most iconic television shows in the history of the medium. The next 10 or 12,
it's been bumpy.
Maybe not so. The last 10,
really,
because there's been 34 years.
Did Conan O'Brien come back?
No, but it's much better.
Oh,
it's funny again. I really look forward to it each week now.
I couldn't tell you the last time I watched a new Simpsons or a new Family Guy.
It's good.
Been forever.
It's good.
Family Guy for 6 years. We literally, my friend group, it was appointment television because it was so good.
Sure.
And I wished, like, what kind of drugs and accoutrement are going on in that writing room? Because again, it's very much my humor.
I can guess.
Completely off the wall.
I can guess.
Making fun of everybody equally.
Yeah.
It was so brilliant.
Gets it.
And then Seth MacFarlane.
No, heroin makes you
can't
sleep.
Be heroin. Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane stopped being in the writers' room, and then the show kind of. But again, it's worth billions of dollars. So what does it matter?
Yeah. Simpsons is good again. It had a.
That should be their marketing line.
It had a
The Simpsons
is good
It's
again.
good again.
It had a slump for 10 years, but the last 5, 6, 8, pretty good.
Do you think football needs that though?
It's
Gimmick
a way
games like that.
If you just want regular football, there's plenty of that.
Yeah.
If you wanted the alternate broadcast, you had to go to Disney Plus, ESPN Plus to go look at. It's not like you had to watch it in Simplified. There was still the regular broadcast.
I wonder if they gained viewers because of it.
Like I checked it out.
Yeah, but you're
checked
going
it
to
out.
watch anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but here's
Did they
the thing.
gain new viewers?
It doesn't. If it gets younger viewers, that's all they care about.
That's
and if it gets people on the apps versus
To
watching
look
on your
and talk.
TV, if you go,
because they are making it a big push to have sports on Disney Plus, and it's
I Disney Plused it. I
Did
liked
you really?
the trivia in between
I just
the breaks.
it was on ESPN Plus, so
It was on both.
I pay for all three differently, and now I don't know how to get them all on the same, and I'm just like, okay.
Okay, not to get too far down the. Oh,
I pay for Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu all
separately.
separately.
Yeah,
And every time I've tried to combine it,
bundle.
then
You want a bundle, Chris?
I don't think I
No,
can
you
bundle.
don't. Thank you, Chris, for your contribution.
Yeah, you want a bundle. You're paying triple
Hilarious.
bundle. Now, the bundle that I have for the 3, it does come with commercials. So if you're looking to avoid
So my
commercials,
Hulu doesn't.
Okay.
Many years ago, I was trying to binge watch. I think
What
something.
the heck is that?
That's from Family Guy.
Family
Oh
Guy.
my God. Okay. Wow.
Herbert.
And they played the same commercial every break, and I said I can't do this anymore. So I just paid for the whatever it is.
The premium version with no commercials is awesome.
But I think it's like what, $8.99, $10.99?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I you know how I roll. I'll watch the commercials. I'll wait my 90 seconds and
I can't do it.
power through it. How many? I'll watch the same commercial for that soap over and over.
And it was
over
louder
again.
than everything, so I was just annoyed.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Fox is bad at that. Like Fox's level of audio on their stuff is here.
Yeah.
And then you go to the commercial and it jumps up
Like on the
10
app?
notches.
Ramps it up.
No,
Wow.
on the broadcast.
Oh.
Fox's normal level is here, and their commercials are 10 times louder.
Yeah.
It's
I think the only thing I
brutal.
watch on Fox is football. I don't think I watch any
Oh.
network television.
Simpsons.
There you go.
I know.
Yeah.
YouTube does that for me.
Does it?
Yeah, you switch from like show to show, and commercial comes on and it's super loud for no reason. I hate that stuff.
Maybe it's old guy stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe Chris, have you not
it could be old.
that?
It could be old guys. You might be right. Yes, we're hitting that age.
Along with other things.
There's some more breaking news this morning, in regards to not an LA-based team, but in terms of Bill Belichick. So this has been reported by several outlets, Jordan Schultz including in that. This is from Ollie Connolly, who covers it for the. I'll just say what he says, though. But Belichick has agreed to become the next UNC coach. Belichick handed the school a 400-page organizational Bible with structure plan, payment plans, staffing choices, etc., decisions on whether or not to commit with UNC. He is expected to know their decision within 24 hours, but other people are reporting that he has been accepted as the head coach. So it's imminent that he will be the coach of UNC football.
Why?
It's a great question. I don't hate it. I don't hate it because I thought he was dying to get back into the NFL.
Bro, what do you think this guy has in his life other than football?
No.
Kids are grown. He's not married.
I get that. I'm not surprised that he's coaching again. I'm surprised that he's coaching in college again. For UNC, it makes a ton of sense.
You don't
totally
have a salary cap. You don't have to deal with an owner.
I totally get.
But if you're trying to recruit, it's much more like the NFL now.
I think he goes like Stanford, and you hire a former player to do your recruiting.
I mean,
Weekend
Riley was talking about it last night on Trojans Live right here on 710 about how recruiting is now. You have to be able to walk away from a player and say, you know what, we're just not going to pay that.
Yeah.
And that's much different than college has ever been.
Doesn't that sound like Belichick, though?
Here's this is Bill Belichick yesterday on Pat McAfee talking about if, in fact, he took a college job, what it might look like.
I was in a college program. The college program would be a pipeline to the NFL for the players that had the ability to play in the NFL. It would be a professional program, training, nutrition, scheme, coaching techniques that would transfer to the NFL. It would be an NFL program at a college level and an education that would get the players ready for their career after football, whether that was the end of their college career or at the end of their pro career. But it would be geared toward developing the player, time management, discipline, structure, and all that. That would be life skills, regardless of whether they're in the NFL or in somewhere in business. And
this all sounds great if it was 1995.
No, it all makes sense.
No top recruit is worried about life skills.
You know what I was thinking? You're screwed. Other coaches are screwed. That sounds like an academy, but and I love it.
Here's what you know what this reminds me of?
What?
When Bill Walsh went to Stanford. It was really good. It was really good, but it didn't just go. Stanford didn't become the team that everybody was terrified to play.
But Bill was there to coach Stanford. This guy is like, this is going to be a pipeline to the NFL. I'm going to show you, young kid, 18-year-old, what the NFL is about from day one.
It's a compelling pitch. Honestly, when I'm listening to that, you know what jumps into my head?
What?
Why does this guy not talk more? He's interesting.
Well, that's why the younger generation finds him so fascinating.
He gave the media nothing.
I get it, and I get that he's selling himself right now. He's trying to give, whether it's podcast, TV, whatever it is, he's trying to get the UNC job. But he's insightful. He's interesting. He has stuff to share with the rest of us. I wish he'd talk more.
He refused to give that to the world and to the media. But from what I hear from players and coaches that coach with him, the guy is actually a riot to be around. It's just if you're not all about ball like him, you're going to run into problems.
I heard that before, and I would roll my eyes out like, come on, man, no way. I kind of believe it a little bit now hearing that. I'm shocked that he's going to college. I think it's a good hire for UNC. I think he'll do a really good job, but I'm shocked that he doesn't want to catch Don Shula because he's close. I think it's 18 wins away. I thought he would at least.
He may not want it.
You're so close. I get if he was 80 wins away.
Would you want to be the guy that passes Shula?
Sure.
I'm not sure if I would.
Why not?
Because I respect him too much.
Oh, come on, man. You're not disrespecting him by breaking his record.
Don't you like Barry Sanders?
Yeah.
Barry Sanders bowed out before he became the rushing champ.
That's Barry Sanders. That's fine.
Well, he also wanted a trade, and he
doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. It's not a big deal. And maybe Belichick is like, I got 8 Super Bowls.
Bill Belichick is incredibly in tune with the NFL record book. Like, he's a historian of the league. Like, he really understands.
That's what I'm telling you. He may not want to break it.
I would think that as somebody that knows that, it's not like he's doing it in a backdoor where he's winning 2 or 3 games a year on a garbage team.
I'm just saying he may not want that record. That's why you take this job. I wouldn't be. I mean, look, he has so much reverence for the guys that came before him. He may not want to break Shula's record. He may want to keep him on top forever.
Or he had a cycle of the job hunt last year, didn't get one, and maybe he's afraid he wouldn't get another one.
I think he'll get a job.
I do.
Job, I think Bill Belichick
he didn't get
will
one.
get a job.
There were 8 openings last. Well, 7 because he wasn't going to get his own job. But there were 7 openings last year. He got one real serious look and didn't get it.
Who got it?
Raheem
Morris. Okay.
Yeah, that's weird, right? Bill Belichick, the greatest coach
I can't see him in
football
Atlanta anyway.
history.
Yeah.
There's 7 openings, and he gets one real look, and
But
he doesn't close
last
the
year
show.
that was because nobody wanted to deal with being in the Belichick business, which means he has to have full control. And listen, Kraft said it in the Dynasty. He said, my coach is a real pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But he wins.
He's a grinder.
There's Gino else is a real pain in the ass and wins and was sought after by almost all of these guys. Harbaugh.
Yeah.
And Harbaugh is winning
Harbaugh
right
was
now.
fresh off winning. He won a national championship. Belichick, without Brady, it didn't look very good.
But it wasn't 50 years ago.
I know.
What if they told him in Atlanta, you're going to have to take Kirk Cousins with you?
Oh.
Right. Well, no, I'm not on board. Well,
Yeah.
we can't hire you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but the end result is no one hired him.
Well,
And-
for
and
that
so
cycle, I think he would have been hired in this cycle, definitely.
Probably, but that he at least didn't kick the can down the road because look, we got a month to go.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's funny, right? Didn't you say McCarthy? They said he's going to come back to Dallas.
Well,
and then
the
the next
players are
day he
lobbying.
takes this job.
Yeah.
Maybe he wanted
Well, I didn't
Dallas.
think Dallas was an option because he didn't want to. He knew Jerry Jones would lie to his face.
I think they'd be
I think so,
perfect.
too.
I think they'd be perfect.
I think that's
But Jerry's not going to let him
and
have
water.
control.
Yeah.
I don't think Jerry would.
I think Jerry would tell him he would,
Yeah,
and then
and
he
then
wouldn't have
I
it.
think it'd be perfect. Though.
Yeah.
I really
Really?
do. Yeah. Oh yeah, big time. He is everything that is Dallas.
I think it's perfect.
It's a factory.
If anybody other than Jerry were the owner, I think it would be perfect. But Jerry can't help himself.
Right, and I think it'd be funny to watch like Belichick trying to shoo him out of the
That's
room.
different.
That would be
That
fun.
would
That's
be
what I mean,
amazing.
right.
That would be amazing. All right, Rams in a rainy. What is it? Where is it? Santa Clara? Santa
Yes.
Clara. Rams in a rainy Santa Clara. Have they taken on the very important mantle that everybody wants at the end of the year? That's next. It's Trav and DeMarco on a lit Tuesday on 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Take a sip of sunshine this season with Milagro Tequila. What's up, guys? It's D-Far. Milagro Tequila is made from 100% blue agave, crafted for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Enjoy the freshest margaritas with Milagro Silver, mix up some palomas with Reposado, or simply sip Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Milagro at your favorite retailer, in stores, and online. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila. Milagro Tequila. Must be 21 and over. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, it's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. Trust me, it will blow your mind, and you can experience the Emirates NBA Cup like never before. NBA action in immersive shared reality. Every assist and dunk and buzzer beater comes to life on Cosm's immense 8K plus wraparound display. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in November. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
NextGen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. NextGen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Is your heating and cooling system ready for the season? Call NextGen today. For just $88, you'll receive a detailed multi-point inspection, performance evaluation, and professional recommendations on any necessary repairs, all to keep your home safe and comfortable all season long. Don't wait until it's too late. Call 833-3-NEXGEN today to schedule your $88 heating and cooling system diagnostic. NextGen is the only name to remember for comfort and reliability all season long. That's 833-3-NEXTGEN, 833-3-NEXGEN, or visit nextgenaronplumbing.com to schedule your $88 heating and cooling system diagnostic today.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGEN.
Hey, it's Mace. It's that time of year. Shopping is hard. Finding the right gift can be impossible, and waiting until the last minute is a nightmare. The last minute stuff can be a mess. I've got the answer. I'm going to save you all the guesswork. The answer is flowers from the Books Company, and I've got 25% off your entire Books purchase, so you can send some too. Here's why the Books Company is so good. Their flowers are cut fresh, sourced directly from the best flower farms, so they last way longer. It was easy. I picked up bouquet, set my delivery date. It was done. No wrapping required. Books is perfect for the people who have everything. Get a festive bouquet for mom, a mini tree for your grandma, and you can go big with a flower subscription for your wife or girlfriend. It's basically happiness on repeat. And right now, you save 25% with promo code ESPN. Go to Books.com. Use promo code ESPN. That's BOUQS.com. Promo code ESPN. Books. Promo code ESPN.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. I have teamed up with Travis and DeMarco to tell you about personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand and his all-star legal team.
We've been talking about the law office of Joseph S. Normand for months, and they've helped listeners achieve maximum compensation that they deserve in an accident.
Getting into an accident can be scary and frustrating dealing with insurance companies. Let the Normand All-Star team handle it for you. Visit normandlegal.com or 213-747-2000.
The law offices of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000. Hey folks, when it comes to Christmas trees, don't get played by foreign plastic. Just like you wouldn't replace a prize QB with a mannequin. Don't replace American Farm Fresh trees with fake foreign plastic. These farm families are the MVPs of Christmas, growing champions right here on American soil. They're not sitting on the bench. They're out there every day growing real Christmas traditions. Make the winning choice, Farm Fresh Christmas trees, not foreign plastic that pollutes. Visit GetRealKeepItReal.com to find your local farm MVP.
Old Spice Swagger Holiday Pack, perfect for a gift to treat yourself. 24/7 holiday freshness with daily use can smell your bestest. I'm gonna be smelling great all season. Old Spice scents just can't be beaten. Chock full of value, saving that green. Got the essentials needed to feel clean. Deodorant, hair, body wash, and spray. Celebrate your holiday the Old Spice way. Ho 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 ho.
It never rains in Southern California.
But it's going to rain in Northern California Thursday for the Rams, 9:22 on a live imaging Tuesday.
Lit.
Now, Albert Hammond, this song, this sometimes appears on a Yacht Rock radio on Sirius XM. We'll talk about the Yacht Rock documentary more and Yachtly Crew, their Christmas album as we get ready.
Does it count for anything that I've added it to my queue, but I haven't watched it? Does that count as taking a step closer?
Ask John about it in Super Crosstalk. If you've wanted John to participate for the entire Super Crosstalk.
John always participates in
Super
Crosstalk.
Sure he does.
Sure,
no, he does.
Sure, he does. So you're saying he only
I'm saying in the early Super Crosstalk, he's great.
The late Super Crosstalk, well, he doesn't like Sedano.
I'm just saying, early Super Crosstalk, Ireland's great. All right, Yacht Rock, it's on my list.
The Yacht Rock documentary, he'll come in strong.
All right, there. Note taken.
I've never heard this song.
You've never heard It Never Rains in Southern California?
No,
Did you hear the Tony version?
Up until this moment, I thought Tony had
the
come
original.
Up with that.
No.
Yes. Okay, I didn't know that.
No, there you go.
I'm the opposite.
What?
I've only heard this
No,
version.
we played the Tony version.
Do I know it?
We played it in the morning show.
We'll have to play it. I don't know.
Come on. This one.
That one. Never? Oh.
Yes. There were 100 rainy days where we played it during the morning show.
He might not have heard this.
He was there.
Even if
you don't hear Jimmy.
Yeah, you don't hear Jimmy. He might not have
Didn't
heard
we have
this.
mini El Nino in 2019?
Yeah, it's not like that. No. Last year was the El Nino, right?
This
when
was
it
one of
rained
those
every day
songs.
for 3 months. By the way, I'm in. We could do that again. I'm cool.
Jorge,
No.
This is one of
What
those
do you mean,
songs.
Train life on the El Ninos.
Oh, yeah?
That's tough.
Trains are affected by the rain?
Union Station last year it flooded.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Well, it doesn't bother me. I'm good. I
Yeah.
still drive in every day.
By the way, I want to
Cruise
thank
right in.
our YouTube audience. Last month was a historic month on YouTube. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in, for watching or listening longer. And as much as you hate us, the ones that hate us, you seem to watch even longer, so we appreciate it.
The haters seem to be the most dialed in.
Yes.
Our audience year to year has gone up like 700% on YouTube.
Wow.
So we thank you.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think, what do I hate watch?
Gracias.
Do you watch something you hate?
No, because I don't have time.
I do on the on X or something.
You do?
I search stuff out that I hate.
Curated things on my feed. I have curated things on my DVR. I do not scroll angry. I do not watch TV
Hold
angry.
on. Can you hear him?
Yeah. No.
He keeps popping off in my ear saying the Rams.
No.
See?
You're
doing that now.
I know. See, we're in your head.
What do you hate
We're
watch?
in your head. Huh?
What do you hate watch?
Just stuff, just people.
News?
It's usually like rich people committing crimes.
Oh.
For some reason, I just go down rabbit holes on that stuff, and I can't stop. I just will hate watch and keep going and finding more stuff, and yeah.
The second I find myself in a bad mood on something I watch, bang, gone.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't do it.
I know.
I can't do it.
Crazy. Anyway, this is going to be a mess. I cannot remember being wet up there. Maybe once in '94 when Deion Sanders was still playing. It was wet. It did rain, but it wasn't raining during the game. So
Does
this will be a
Stafford's hip
first.
hurt in the rain? I mean,
See, the old people's bones get sore.
I hope not.
In the rain, you're going to be a mess on the
I hope not.
sidelines.
Yeah, they're going to need him.
So this is the thing that happens every year about this time, that somebody will get the title, the tag of, well, this is not the team you want to see in the playoffs. This is the team that's scaring everybody right now. Uh-oh, look out. The Rams just put 44 on the Bills. They took out one of the best teams in the league. Nobody wants to play. Are they that? Because it doesn't feel like they're that yet.
John said it in Super Crosstalk yesterday with you guys. Our people are thinking nobody wants to face the Rams right now.
Not yet.
I wouldn't necessarily believe that.
I think people are fine facing the Rams right now.
Yeah. Okay, so you're all waiting to see what Buffalo does from here on out.
They got Detroit this weekend.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So let's see how they respond to what just happened, because everybody loses a game at some point.
Sure.
There's only been one undefeated team, correct?
Yeah. Well,
So,
and the other
things happen. So now, if you don't win on Thursday, then Sunday doesn't matter.
Right.
For the Rams right now. But
and the Rams have been good, bad, mediocre, bad, pretty good. They've been all over the map.
What grade would you give the San Francisco 49ers right now at this point?
For the total season?
For the entire season.
C-.
And the Rams are still 2.5-point dogs, right?
Yeah.
So they're not sneaking up, or they're not scaring anyone just yet. So you had a win. It was great. You got everyone's attention. Win Thursday, then you become scary.
Now, do they still have to? Do we believe they still have to win out on division games?
Yes.
I do.
They have to win all three,
So-
right?
I do, yeah.
This is what I heard. So you have to win one of the next two, and then the last two.
Okay, but if you lose to San Francisco, it brings them kind of back into the pack, and now some weird stuff can happen. Like, I think the one
You
that
have to
did
beat
really,
Arizona and then Seattle to
what
win the
doesn't
division.
matter is the New York game. Like that's the one that if you got beat by New York but won the other three, I think you win the division.
New York would be great. You're going to have 10 days off, and then you're playing the Jets. If you beat San Fran, you could have some leeway with the Jets to gear up for the last two.
What could happen too, depending on how it shakes out, you could beat San Francisco, you could beat New York, beat Arizona, lose to Seattle, and still get a wild card, depending on whatever
Whatever happens down the road.
Yeah.
But the easiest path to the playoffs is to win the division. So like win one of the next two, and then definitely the last two, and you win the division.
I don't think, as great as they were against the Bills, and they were, it was an unbelievable offensive performance. And I'm not even throwing a ton of shade on the defense, because that was a Josh Allen thing more than it was that the defense was that bad.
McVay called him an alien.
He was an alien.
Yeah.
Like, that was as good as you're ever going to see it.
Defense ain't great.
No. They're good. That dude was just unbelievable.
I'm with you.
Yeah, he was unbelievable.
Good's a bit of a stretch.
We'll see. Look, if Brock Purdy scores 35 points against him, that's a different thing.
Hold on. So you've got a D tackle that's fourth in Pro Bowl voting, and he's a rookie. That's Braden Fisk.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got a guy that's about to win Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
And you're taking the ball away. Against any other offense, you probably have 7 sacks that day. That's a pretty good defense. That's what I'm saying. Josh Allen is just
They
he's
still
just
gave
that
up 42
good.
points.
Josh Allen is just that good. When have you ever seen a guy that could run like that and throw like that?
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying. So that's a one-time thing. If you bring that same effort versus Brock Purdy, I bet you have 7
I'm curious to see what happens on Thursday, what happens in New York, what happens against Arizona. If they're giving up 4 or 5 touchdowns a game against those guys, then the defense has regressed. But I don't think it has. I really do think it was a Josh Allen just superhuman performance much more than, hey, the Rams got all sorts of defensive problems. I don't think that's true. They did a good job on him in the first half.
The comparison was Ben Roethlisberger. That was the pre-game comparison. He's the new Ben Roethlisberger. Ben was never like that.
He couldn't run like that.
This is something different. He is one of one.
He's hard to tackle like Roethlisberger, but Roethlisberger was a statue. He
the
just
sucky thing
there.
is going up there against that offense and that precision nonsense, it presents its own problems. So you could very well have a bad defensive day because of how San Francisco likes to run their offense, but that's not going to be the key to win and losing. It's going to be what the offense does. So I think that transfers to anybody and against anyone.
So with that in mind, I think we've come full circle on the 2024 season. I'll explain it next. It's Travis DeMarco on a lit Tuesday on 710 ESPN.
Happy holidays from Mir Audio Video in Westwood with an exclusive deal for ESPN LA listeners. Introducing the stunning 98-inch LG QNED. This TV is next level for a limited time only. Our friends at Mir will be offering this once-in-a-lifetime TV for the lowest price on the planet. You can make it yours for just $4,100, including delivery. Hurry, because supply is limited. 310-234-4010. That's 310-234-4010. Thank you, Mir Audio Video.
Get ready, LA. The Art of Sport LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk, is back at SoFi Stadium on December 18th at 6 p.m. Be there as the Mountain West top team goes head-to-head with the former Pac-12 contender in a showdown you won't want to miss. Tickets and premium suites are on sale now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a part of the action. Visit LABowlGame.com to secure your seats today. That's LABowlGame.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano here. You know it's hard to find a good dentist for your kids, someone who they can trust and enjoy going to the dentist with. Luckily, we found Children's Dental Fun Zone. With 17 locations across Southern California, Children's Dental Fun Zone specializes in children's dentistry and orthodontics. With state-of-the-art equipment and personal attention your children deserve. To book your child's next appointment, visit their website, cdfzone.com. That's cdfzone.com. Or call them at 800-717-KIDS. That's 800-717-KIDS.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, Travis Matthew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, Travis Matthew brings that same style to USC fans with their first ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days in style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at travismatthew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game-changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
I mean, sometimes it's sleepy content. What can you do?
You're a bad guy sometimes.
All the time.
Yeah, sometimes you're a bad guy. He has his moments, but
when is Kirk coming back? 26 minutes in front of 10 o'clock on a live imaging Tuesday.
Wait, you asked me one day.
Yes.
Was Kirk Morrison a good football player?
No, I don't think I did. I think I asked you, was Maurice Jones-Drew a good broadcaster?
No. You
asked just shots everywhere.
One. You asked me about
Get
Kirk
under the table
and about Marcellus Wiley.
Well, Marcellus stole a lot of money from teams. I know that.
No, Marcellus was good.
He was good.
Really good.
So let's rank him. Let's rank him.
Yeah.
Keyshawn, Maurice Jones-Drew, Kirk, Marcellus Wiley.
And him. And DeMarco.
Well, I'm not going to make him rank himself.
I'll go Mojo 1.
Really?
So what is the criteria? Just best NFL career?
Yeah.
Well, you would say best players.
Because Mojo is about to go into the Ring of Fame in Jacksonville.
Okay.
For one team.
I'm not sure. Jacksonville.
I'm not
Travis could get in on that.
But
I'm on the
I
ballot.
mean, that's how well regarded he is from that team. They love him. Is Key in the Ring of Fame anywhere?
Most
Jets,
annoying.
no.
SC?
Tampa, no. SC, maybe.
Yeah.
So okay, I'll go Mo 1. Key 2. Who else?
Marcellus and Kirk.
Marcellus 3. Kirk 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I introduced him as one of the fiercest
linebackers to have ever played the game.
And he was.
I love that.
But that used to annoy Key so much, so I just keep it now for the Ram stuff.
Please never take it out.
And he was very fierce. He was good.
And he was
very
a Raider.
good. Raider, yeah, he was one of the last of the dying breeds. Like the last time they actually had a good inside linebacker, he was that guy. Yeah,
Raiders haven't had much good anything.
But
for
did
the
he
last
steal
10
money
or
like
15
Marcellus
years.
stole money?
Marcellus never stole money.
Yeah, he even said he did.
Look, I did a show with Marcellus.
Yeah.
Marcellus even admits that he stole money.
Where did he steal? Not in San Diego, because he was balling there.
Cowboys, right?
Oh,
no, the Cowboys, I think, is where he said
you mean
he stole
at
his
the
money.
end of his
Yeah, the
career?
end,
Okay, yeah. He may have backed up to the pay window a few times. Yeah,
Maybe
Just
Jack-
like my
Jacksonville,
buddy
too?
J-Dub, James Washington, who I used to work with.
Really? Did he back up? Yeah.
Oh, Washington.
Did he steal?
Jerry traded him to Washington, and that's where he made all his money.
Wow.
He didn't win money. He didn't make money winning Super Bowls.
Okay.
He got it in Washington
Every
at the
now
end.
and then at the end of your career, you're allowed to steal. So, yes.
You did a stint with the 49ers,
Yeah.
right?
You're allowed to steal. But that was more out of spite, though. Yeah. I was mad.
Had T.O. not been on that team, would you have played one season with the 49ers?
Absolutely. As soon as he walked in, all my love for football in this room I'm done.
So this is why you and I don't get along. Because T.O.'s my favorite player of all time.
I love T.O. I do. He's cool.
You just didn't want to be on his team.
I don't want to be on his team. That's just, you're everything that's wrong with sport. You know what I
played
mean?
on a broken knee.
Broken leg.
Broken leg.
And he was fantastic.
He's a great football
He was.
player.
But
And if Donovan McNabb isn't throwing up.
But that's the Eagles T.O. This was the 49ers T.O. This was the guy that was
49ers T.O. was
coming
a
out.
good player, though.
He was an amazing
Very
player.
good, but he was
Yeah.
on his way to becoming T.O. Back then, we called him Terrell Owens. The T.O. came after.
Yeah.
T.O. was with the Eagles.
Yes.
That's when T.O. debuted.
I loved when Rome used to call him two.
Two. Oh,
Just
my
a
God.
minute. It's just so good.
By the way, you would enjoy Jim sat down with Levitard.
Oh, yeah?
And Jim hasn't, and you know this, Jim hasn't done a lot of interviews in South Beach Sessions, which is basically part of his content
Universe.
factory. Yeah. And Dan tried to get more out of him, and Jim went about as far as he could go. And I actually thought we were going to get a Travis.
You have his guard up
I
the
thought
whole
we were
time?
about to get a Travis mention.
Really?
And it just had a great team, all those years, great team. And I thought it was coming. He only mentioned Craig Kitchen, our friend.
Yeah. Craig is the quarterback of a great team for sure.
But I was impressed that Jim sat down.
I don't think my name has been uttered since. Literally not a single time. I am
Travis?
persona non
I
grata.
doubt that. I doubt that. It's got to come up somewhere.
Well, it comes up, just not on the air.
Yeah, it's got to come up.
Exactly.
What did you want out of Rome? You said who sat? Rome sat with Levitard.
With Levitard,
So
yeah.
Levitard's doing the interview.
Yes.
Okay. You wanted more out of Rome?
I wanted more of a real side, and Jim gave as much as I think Jim can
Jim
give.
is exceptionally guarded.
Yeah.
Does he give shtick?
He's exceptionally guarded. It's not shtick. It's just he's very, very careful about what he reveals about himself.
So, like, what's your wife's name? He'll just turn
No,
the
it's
stone.
not
talks about
stuff like that.
Janet.
It's not stuff like that. It's just about life, feelings, things like that. He just does not go there.
Do you like dogs, Jim?
You sure?
That's all he'll give you?
No, he was about as real as I've ever seen him.
I didn't know there
Anybody
was a
that
phony
could
one.
peel that onion for real would be fascinating.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would definitely watch that.
I've only had one experience with Rome, and it was weird. I told you about that at the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was there for that.
Walked over to a bar.
We were both in that. We were this far
In
apart
the
from
same
each other
room. They didn't
before
know
we'd
each other.
ever met each other.
So I walked to the bar. There's Jim Rome. I introduced myself, and he's just mean mugging. But he's not looking at me. He's looking at Marshall. And I'm like, well, why are you mean mugging Marshall? I'm playing poker
yeah.
right now. I'm like, what do you mean poker? Well, he's got to come to me. What do you mean he's got to come to you?
They had an incident earlier in the night
right.
where we were coming out of a hotel or going into a hotel. I forget who was coming, who was going, but one party was coming in, one party was going out, And there was a moment where they shared a glance, and I don't know who took the glance the wrong way, but it escalated quickly.
Wow.
And all of a sudden it's like what's your problem? Like what happened? Like we've been in this room for
I do
20
know Marshall.
seconds.
Marshall is regal. Like, he's damn
Did
near
they almost
royalty.
get into a fight?
No,
They
it's
got
just-
into a pretty spirited discussion almost instantly.
Yes,
Because
I'm
Jim
looking
told
at
a
you.
story with Levitard about one incident with an athlete. Because they gave him a hard time. You remember when they gave him a hard time for having a bodyguard?
Yeah.
And it was a Navy SEAL that was just his
triangle
friend.
formation.
Right.
What?
That's what it was called.
Triangle formation?
Yes.
I like this. Okay.
So that this incident happened, and the Navy SEAL walked up to the athlete and said, "Do we have a problem?" And the athlete said, "No, we're good." And
that was Marshall?
I don't know, but now you're talking about this.
I
so-
don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Because I was there for the majority of the Navy SEAL tenure as well.
See, I don't know Marshall.
Nothing ever goes good when you bring a Navy SEAL into things.
But he wouldn't
by the
turn up
way,
to violence, though.
Richard
No.
Makowitz was his name. Great guy.
Yeah.
The late Richard Makowitz, R.I.P. That he was not looking to escalate at all. He was
Would
looking
he
to
frisk you?
de-escalate.
Would he frisk you before the show?
He didn't need to frisk anybody. He would frisk you with his eyes. He knew who
Is
was
he scary?
terrifying.
Really? Okay.
But also a sweetheart.
One of those dudes.
Yeah.
Kill you with his
but
thumbs and
I
bake you a
don't
cake.
think that story involved Marshall.
I think-
DeMarco, you should
yeah.
start bringing in Kirk as your bodyguard.
Kirk Morrison?
Yeah.
No, I need him as far away from me as possible.
Why?
So people stop calling me him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
it was a teammate that
and
called you
vice
that.
versa. Yes.
Every time we do the pregame show by Gate 9 at SoFi Stadium, people come by and say, "I love your guys' show."
See?
And they're like, DeMarco, it's good to meet you. I love listening
What was
to you
the
and
guy's
Trav."
name that started all this?
Ari Temkin.
There you go.
He works out of GKB Dallas.
Why didn't you say anything when you saw it?
We were on the same call.
Why didn't you say something?
Why didn't you say
Why
something?
didn't you say something when you saw
just
it?
laughed.
You're the boss. You're the guy. It says
In that
my
se-
name and Kirk's picture.
Just to
Why
be
didn't
clear,
you say something?
In that setting, I was the number 2 ranked official. I thought Sam Pines would say something. He didn't. So when he didn't, I wasn't going to join in.
Just left me twisted right
And if
there.
you're wondering what we're saying, here's the backstory.
Yes.
Last summer, before the Rams season started, we did a Rams affiliate call, and Mace was on it, DeMarco was on it, JB, and I kind of emceed it. So all of a sudden, the slide starts. It says welcoming our panel. There's my picture, there's Mace's picture, there's JB's picture, and then it says DeMarco Farr, but there's a picture of Kirk Morrison.
Now my MC over here.
And all we hear is a laugh from DeMarco. And I saw it, and I went, well, let's just keep rolling.
Come on. Like, what can you do at that
If I
point,
stopped,
right?
if I stopped
Yes,
down,
it's
I would have
true.
gone to Sam's. I would have got called to the principal's office.
Okay, yeah, I get you. There
But
was nothing to
immediately
do.
my phone was like, wait a minute. Like, everybody else on the call was like, was that Kirk's picture?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, my God.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And
That's where it started.
here we
That's
are
amazing.
a year later.
And, of course, our amazing listeners have glommed on to the story.
Yes.
It's terrific.
Yes.
I
No,
love
it's
it.
not.
We should get a DeMarco cutout.
No, it's not.
That's on the set with you guys.
I get Raider cards. I get jerseys. I get everything now.
I love it. I
Yes.
love it. All right, we got the Far Side coming up next, and a little bit of a Far Side with what's going on in Philadelphia, where somebody told the truth on accident. That's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco on a lit Tuesday on 710 ESPN. Let's talk about prize picks, right? It's Pickmas right now. You can win Pickmas. You can win up to 200 times your money on prize picks, but you can't do any of this if you don't have the app on your phone. So put the app on your phone, and when you do that, when you're signing up, make sure you use the code 710. When you use the code 710, you're going to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. And Prize Picks takes what's great, like let's say, Thursday Night Football, the Rams and the Niners, and makes it even better. You go, you open it up. You look at Puka Nakua's projection. Do you think he's going to have more or less than the statistical projections? Same thing with Brock Purdy or Deebo Samuel or George Kittle or whoever you want to do. They got you covered at Prize Picks, but you got to put the app on your phone. You got to use the code 710. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
A player that flipped to Oregon because he was going to get his own shoe.
Phil Knight said, if you go to Oregon, I'll make you your own shoe.
Yes.
If you were being recruited and Phil Knight called you and goes, hey, Mace, I will make the Air Mace.
Yeah, I would definitely do it for the Air Mace. Because when I get in the air, look out.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, it's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. Trust me, it will blow your mind, and you can experience the Emirates NBA Cup like never before. NBA action in immersive shared reality. Every assist and dunk and buzzer beater comes to life on Cosm's immense 8K plus wraparound display. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in November. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
Not sure how much you know about Progressive Insurance. You may know us for insuring your home and auto. You may know a couple of our commercials. But what you may not know is that since 2013, Progressive has been honoring veterans with vehicle donations through the annual Keys to Progress Veteran Vehicle Giveaway Program, giving back to those who gave so much. Now, you probably didn't wake up today saying, I really wish I knew more about Progressive Insurance, but this seemed like the type of thing people would mind hearing about. Find out more about how we're dedicated to our customers and communities at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
We got to change the open.
So in 2025, why do we need to change? I was actually going to bring that up.
I'm sorry. We have to change the open.
Why?
Because my kid's like, why did you jump in the ocean?
Why did
Daddy?
you jump in the ocean?
Well, because.
You were chasing after a hyena?
Kind of, yes.
Oh,
but go ahead. What were you saying?
I was just going to say, like...
What? Dude, she's asking me questions now.
I get it.
I
want to reimagine.
I don't have answers.
I was just thinking those clips, we need to reimagine those anyway.
Oh, good.
In 2025, but now I'm not going to because it causes
No,
harm.
there's some stuff.
We're not changing that open for 2 years now.
I didn't think she'd be listening, but she's like, she loves they listen at school.
Why? Oh, sorry.
Because Dad's
Of course
on the
they do.
radio. They're probably listening right now.
Somebody needs to take control of that.
I told the teacher, you need to turn this off.
Yeah.
Because I cannot be
School's for
responsible.
learning.
It's not a good idea.
What's the
Thank
teacher
you.
look like?
Fourth
Is
grade?
she on IG? The teacher?
No, the teacher's not on Instagram. No.
I guarantee you she is.
Facebook? She's on Facebook?
Did you say Facebook?
Yeah,
no,
Facebook.
she's not on Facebook.
Oh,
no,
okay.
she's very, very nice, and she's probably listening right now. Say hi.
What's her
Say
what's
hi,
the
Travis.
teacher's
They love your voice. Go
What's the
ahead.
teacher's name?
I'm not telling you the teacher's name.
Hey, teacher.
They're listening in the
that's,
class.
That's how you get in trouble. See,
Hey, teacher,
Hello,
you
teacher in Palos Verdes.
Learning.
there you go.
Can you hit me with a ruler?
It's
Hit
not
me with a
Catholic
ruler.
school.
Stop. I'm sure she
What if I like it, though? I mean,
Cannot wait to go up to the Bay Area. One, it's my home. It's my old stomping ground. Number two, I get to see all the old 49ers I used to do battle with.
Yeah.
Really cool. We've dropped the arms. We're old men now. We hug it out. Me and Jesse Sapolo took a picture. We used to
Jesse
be like
Sapolo, wow.
We used to be mortal enemies. Like, oh my God, we used to fight. So there was this one time, and I have a best friend. His name is Jamal Fontaine. You've heard me mention him as Juju.
Okay.
He's that guy. So we were actually roommates in college. We drove up from the Bay Area to Seattle together. So that's my guy, my best friend, my bestie, but he's also my biggest competitor. Okay, so after our senior year, the Rams really wanted me. San Francisco wanted him, so we decided we're going to split up. You go there, I go here. So we kept up this rivalry. So 2 or 3 years into it, I'll just say for an entire career, I've never beaten him. Every team he's been on, I have never won.
Oh, no kid, never once?
Never once. So
Wow.
I'll bring out the rings, I'll bring out this, and he'll go, scoreboard. I'm like 0-9 against him. So when he's up in San Fran, we're losing again, and I'm starting to get picked on. And I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. I didn't start anything. And these guys are like hitting me after the whistle, giving me little shoves and whatnot. So I'm like, what the heck? What's your problem? You know, why are you pushing me? You guys are up by 35 points. Oh, yeah, just talking trash. And he goes, and Sally is my B. And I'm like, Sally? How did you know about Sally's my college girlfriend? I'm like,
Okay.
how did you know?
Oh, boy.
How did you know about Sally? And I look over and I see Jamal doing this. So apparently he had walked into the locker room and just talked trash on my behalf. I'm coming after Steve Young. I'm going to knock this guy out, all this type of stuff. So Jamal is just spreading all the nonsense, right? So this is how this gets bad. I'm so mad, I refuse to leave the field because he's on special teams. So we force them to punt. The defense runs off. I'm standing there. So Rich Brooks is like, come on off. I'm like, nope, I'm staying on the field. You need to sub me in for punt because I need to grab a hold of this dude. So he calls timeout. They're trying to get me off. I won't come off. So finally they sub. I'm in there. So me and Jamal are yelling back and forth at each other. The refs get involved. They're like, hey, guys, keep it cool. And I'm like, I know this dude. He's been in my wedding. He's my guy. He goes, okay, no punches. Like, great. The play starts. I grab him, and we start locking up and yelling at each other, right? Have you ever seen anyone in the NFL during a fight put somebody in a headlock?
I don't think so.
I did. I put my guy in a headlock on national TV. Yes, and almost got thrown out of the football game. So he's going to be there. All my guys are going to be there. Like you said, this leads into the Philadelphia Eagles talking about women.
Can I read you something real quick?
Wait, I got him back, though.
Okay.
I got him back because we were actually roommates, and I saw some stuff with him, and something happened to him where he had to go to the pharmacy the next day.
Okay.
And I sworn to secrecy. So this was 4 years later. I did not forget. So I told my guys, when you see him, ask him if he likes crabs.
So much for the secrecy, I guess.
Not super subtle.
Yeah.
Right. So I just said ask him, right? So we're in Carolina. This is when he's in Carolina, and we're getting smoked. This is the year they just became great, right? So I'm sitting on the bench. I got an ankle injury. So I can't see the field, but I told the guy right before he go, if you see 57, mention crabs, right? So I can't see what's happening. I'll get my ankle tape. All I saw was the flag go up, and then, DeMarco!
Well, I can kind of understand his frustration.
Right. But see, just be careful, especially around women and football players.
Here's what's going on in Philadelphia, okay? That A.J. Brown, after they had their close call against Carolina the other day, was asked what he thought of the offense, and he said, we're not firing on all cylinders. What specifically isn't working? And he said the passing game. So obviously that's a shot at Jalen Hurts. Fast forward to another player on the Eagles, defensive end Brandon Graham was on the radio and was asked about the kind of the back and forth between those two other guys. And what he said was the person that's complaining needs to be accountable, talking about Brown. I don't know the whole story, but I know that Hurts is trying, and Brown could be a little better with how he responds to things. They were friends before this, but things have changed, and I understand that life happens, but it's a business side, and we have to make sure that personal doesn't get in the way of the business. Now, he subsequently has doubled back and said, I had it wrong, that's not what it was. He told the truth and then got caught with the truth, is what this feels like.
Or
to
his
me.
truth.
His truth,
Where he
perhaps.
thought-
But
yeah.
clearly they had a falling out of some sort.
Was there a girl involved?
I don't know.
Oh,
but
okay.
My guess is that that's the first place that this stuff usually percolates.
Oh, man, you just wormed that whole story out of me. I
No,
thought
we
this
just
was about girls.
We pivoted to stop saying crabs on the radio.
You can't say crabs?
You can, but I mean, it's 9:53 in the morning.
I'm just saying.
After you said
Yeah.
that school listens.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they probably turned it off by now.
For the crabs part?
But I thought this had to do with a girl. It wasn't anything. It's just a
Well,
personal
no,
issue.
it's no.
I
I
had this
was
wrong.
trying to
That was a
figure
pivot.
out. Yeah, I was
No,
trying to
this is
figure out
pre-show. Yeah.
why those guys may have had a person. If two people are friends and they work together,
Oh, heck,
and all of a
Travis.
sudden they do not have a personal relationship, it's one of two things.
I thought it was the girl. I shouldn't have told that story then.
It's one or two things. It's money or a relationship. Those are the two things that cause those things to end.
If I'm Brown, I would be frustrated with Jalen Hurts too. And most receivers are. Like Devontae Adams was upset and always mad because his quarterback stinks. Jalen Hurts doesn't stink, but he's not a pocket passer. If
that's not what Graham is saying the problem is.
But I bet that would drive me crazy. If you're a guy that's always open like he is, he could be one of the best receivers in the league. That's how talented he is. But you don't have the guy to deliver you the football, I would get mad. And he's volatile to begin with.
Yeah, but the guy said they had a personal falling out that's bled into the professional.
I mean, who was the guy?
That's one thing that dude doesn't. I'm wide open. He's not throwing me the ball.
But it could spill over into a personal fight. Who was the guy that knocked out the quarterback? He knocked out his own quarterback. There's a story. It's about 15 years ago. Was it Geno Smith? Geno Smith, I think, got knocked cold by his own player.
I'm blanking on that.
It was a linebacker that hit him. I think it was over a camp thing. You were supposed to show up at my camp and he didn't.
Oh, you're not talking about the Michael Westbrook thing where he got beat up real bad.
But that's a personal issue.
Yeah.
When Westbrook beat up a guy for talking trash.
Right.
That's a personal issue. And I could see how if I'm Brown, I might get upset with Jalen Hurts and then it spills over into a fight. That's a personal issue. But it may not be a girl. But I've seen that before.
Money and relationships.
Well, you're affecting my money.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
open.
no,
you can't get me the
you
rock.
You owe me money,
Yeah.
or we have a personal relationship where we're all involved in has gone awry.
Did you
Those
find
are
it?
the two things.
I think she found it.
Geno Smith?
No?
No.
I'll look it up. Okay, yeah. But personal issues happen all the time. And sometimes they spill over onto the field.
This one has, apparently.
no
this
doubt.
one has. And I know where I place my bets.
Yeah.
on one of those two things for sure. All right. What's the date today? Today is December 10th. So maybe a little earlier than usual, but here we go. The LeBron does he want out of Los Angeles talks have started.
Yeah.
That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco on a lit Tuesday on 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
After a massive win over the Buffalo Bills, your Los Angeles Rams return home with a playoff berth within reach. Rep the Royal in Seoul and pack SoFi Stadium as Matthew Stafford and the Rams seek revenge against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. The stage is set for a race to the playoffs. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/AZ. Again, that is therams.com/AZ to watch your Rams battle the Cardinals on Saturday, December 28th or Sunday, December 29th at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
Transform your home into a smart sanctuary with Mir Audio Video. For over 40 years, Mir's been the trusted experts in smart home technology as an authorized dealer for Crestron, Control4, Lutron. Don't settle for less. Choose the best with Mir Audio Video. Visit the showroom at 2040 Westwood Boulevard or give them a call, 310-234-4010. You can also check them out online at MirAudioVideo.com. Mir Audio Video, where your smart home dreams come true.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the six. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Did he?
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
in front of 10 o'clock on a live imaging Tuesday, Jack. Little Kenny Loggins off that Top Gun soundtrack. That was his move was from Yacht Rock into soundtracks.
Caddyshack, Footloose, Top Gun. I'm sure I'm forgetting a couple others.
Probably,
yeah.
I think that's it.
Travis DeMarco, the Travis DeMarco Show on this Tuesday. The holiday season is here. That's why I'm wearing my Sunday Swagger
I like that one.
outfit. You like that?
I like that. Yeah.
I like the Grinch hat.
Yeah. From our friends at Sunday Swagger, SundaySwagger.com. They've kind of redone their look. They're not as crazy zany anymore at Sunday Swagger. They got a lot of stuff for the working man.
Oh.
If you just want some polos for work, they got that.
All right.
Plain colors?
Yeah, plain colors.
Nice.
You don't always have to
Solids?
be- yeah.
solids.
And they're getting into the shorts.
Oh. The stretchy stuff?
I think so. I got to get a pair, but here's the thing.
Key.
I think they're
It's everything.
I need I like a 10-inch inseam. Like our friends at Travis Matthew.
Is that short or long? I don't
Long.
know that. Okay.
Our friends at Travis Matthew, I'm still holding on to a pair of shorts we got for like Travis versus
Ireland won. Yeah.
That I've asked like Stephanie to sew parts of it. I don't know how to sew because they're falling apart because they're old.
Yeah.
And they get a lot of use. Like
But
I
they
wear
fit.
them. I wear easy. I wear them to clean the house. I wear them, wherever. But they have a 10.5-inch inseam.
Oh.
I'm not a 9-inch inseam guy, DeMarco. I don't need those things
need
up on my
10.
thighs. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I could use some new shorts. Check out Sunday Swagger.
Big time. I want the solid shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I love the Sunday Swagger. Just the colors.
There's
sometimes.
never a bad time to have another polo golf shirt in the rotation.
Yeah.
But in particular of late, I've been going through shorts quicker than
Really?
I
Okay.
typically have.
Yeah. I do get attached to shorts just like him. I never.
It's got to
throw out a
have
pair
the
of shorts.
stretchy stuff.
It does.
Yeah.
How about drawstring?
Sure.
Got to have a drawstring, right?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Or belt loops.
Or belt loops for
Yeah.
golf. I see it.
Because
Yes.
I got a new pair of Travis Matthew shorts at it was a gift at the Land of the Free tournament. Travis Matthew, the big RV was out there, and it was great. And the gifts were beautiful. But the shorts I put on, now they fit,
Yeah.
but they're
shorter.
They're riding high.
They're shorter. I'm uncomfortable in
Havliceks?
that situation. Yeah, they're John Stocktons.
Nobody needs that out of me.
They're the Havlicek Stockton specials
Yeah,
where
no one needs that part of you out.
Well, here's the thing.
turn a certain way and everybody knows
All
what's up.
cheek. Yes.
Yeah, nobody needs those thighs
No,
flying around.
Not at all.
Damn
No.
it.
I did see something. It's from 2017. It was the Lakers versus Celtics. That 30 for 30.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
narrated by Ice Cube.
Yeah, it's great.
Just started watching that for the first time. It's awesome.
Oh,
Yes.
you haven't seen it before?
I
Oh, yeah.
haven't seen
And
it
so
before.
Ice Cube does the LA portion, and I want to say it's
Wahlberg.
Donnie Wahlberg,
Yeah.
right? Does the Celtics portion.
Yes, but that got me thinking about like watching the Lakers and watching how they overcame Boston and became this great team, the Lake Show and whatnot, and all that stuff. And then I start to think, where are we right now with
Nowhere.
the Lakers?
You're in no man's
You're
land.
nowhere.
You're in no man's land.
It's how did we get from there to here?
Because they kept kicking the can down the road. And this is what happens when you kick the can down the road.
You mean LeBron can?
But yes, but they didn't want to do the thing that would be so difficult to do, which is say, we're going to get out of LeBron. The building is full. He's great TV. He's breaking records, the all-time scoring record, all of the wonderful things that he brings, right? He's still a really, really good player.
Yeah.
But your roster is as stale as it could possibly be. It's just the same thing year after year. He's not good enough to put a team on his back and just go win a championship anymore.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have that gear in him. AD clearly doesn't have that gear in him. So they ran it back again, and they're getting the same result. No big surprise there. They probably will have to run it back, at least in large part, again next year. So the question is, the only way you can not get rid of is the wrong way. Move on from LeBron is to trade him, but he has a no trade, so he has to collaborate in this whole thing.
They're not capable of moving LeBron. This group, this era isn't capable of moving LeBron. Pelinka, Jeannie Buss, whatever. This current Lakers group. What do you think Pat Riley would do?
He would get permission from Jerry Buss to consider what needed to be done next. Look, I don't
think he would trade LeBron?
I don't know if he would trade LeBron, but we've seen previous regimes make incredibly difficult decisions, which is, let's go to the most recent one, Shaq and Kobe, right?
Yeah.
They were no longer going
You sent Shaq to Miami.
Right. That was and
The most dominant center ever.
And at the peak of his powers, Shaq was the better of the two players in the moment. In that moment, Shaq's star was slightly brighter than Kobe's.
But you still had Kobe, though.
But they made a really tough decision. At the time, it wasn't a no-brainer. As it turns out, they made exactly the right call by going with Kobe instead of Shaq. But in the time, it was a really tough call.
From a sales standpoint, Chris, when do you think this LeBron thing peaked?
Well, if you listen, and here's the thing. This argument went on all day yesterday on Mason Island.
Did it? Okay.
Because producer Greg, or corporate Greg Bergman, is somebody who, as I have said as well, and I agree with Greg's point, if you're making business decisions, you have to Travis's point, make tough ones early so that you get ahead of it.
So you're late on this one.
You're way late because there's
LeBron?
really no way out.
You're stuck.
So John's point is star effing driven town. And Lakers fans aren't going to...
that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Lakers fans aren't going to accept a
Star
reset.
effing driven town.
That one.
Laker fans aren't going to accept a reset. Greg's
Wait,
point is...
hold on. Explain that. Laker fans
So
aren't going to accept a
2 years
reset.
ago, if you said, you know what, this just ain't working, let's move them and let's start over. Let's try to get some picks. Let's try to build a new team that maybe can win in 5 years. His point was Laker fans won't accept that.
I'm a Laker fan.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Greg's point, which is correct, is you're going to have to do it anyway.
Yes.
Because if you continue in the LeBron business, you're going to see the same thing. Because you pay LeBron $50 million, because he decides a lot of what goes on with the team and the front office.
Cite an example.
You are stuck.
Give me an example where the Lakers did something that they probably wouldn't have done if LeBron James weren't on the team.
I thought you were
is there
serious
a
for a
draft
second.
example that
You
you
are
can think
stuck,
of off the top
or
of your
a
head?
coach? You are stuck in this quagmire
Yes.
where you're going to have to reset anyway. So would you rather do it after 4 seasons?
Why do you think John wants to hang on to
this
to
goes-
Because
LeBron?
star effing driven town.
This goes back to what you and I have talked about before. Anything that needs to be done eventually should be done immediately.
And his point is Laker fans won't
Wait
accept.
a minute. It's the Laker brand will survive without
I
LeBron.
agree with you.
I agree.
He's not above the brand, is he?
He is at the moment.
Well, he's above because of how the team is run currently. He is above because John would describe it as Jeannie wants to be partners with the top players. That's fine, but your partnership isn't going well because it's
Is that
all
unheard of?
No,
That's not unheard of.
I think where it gets complicated is they need to move on. They need to go. They need to get a little worse so they can get a lot better. That's what needs to
And
happen.
quoting Friday Night Stat Line,
Yeah.
that LeBron still got it. You're right. Every other game, yeah, he's got it. They lost the game.
Yeah.
At the end, he took a game-winning shot. Now, that wasn't a good look, but he still bricked it off the side of the basket.
He shot it from
He doesn't play any defense.
Cleveland.
You have the 26th ranked defense in the league. LeBron James has played in every game but one this year. Anthony Davis has played, I believe, in every game but one this year. And you're the 8th seed. This is what you are. You are stuck in that middle ground where you're not bad enough to be in the lottery to get a game-changing player potentially, and you're not good enough to go make a run for it. You're going to have to back up. With Chris, what you said a second ago that I think that Laker fans would buck at is a 5-year reset. If it's that long, that would be incredibly difficult.
Okay.
But I don't think it would take that long. I think you could jumpstart
Probably
it more
not.
quickly.
But what do you mean the Laker fans will revolt? They'll stop coming? Because I
don't think that would
I don't
happen
think-
either.
Me either.
But the
not even close.
What they have right now is a very specific type of relevance. It's not championship relevance, but it's television relevance. It is arena full relevance. It is when you talk about the league, you talk about LeBron James and the Lakers relevance, but it's never in the context of them being a championship
So a
team.
Laker team full of stars means you're not going to sell out.
No, there's enough people in the media, of sports media, and on this radio station between Sedano, Ireland, people that are LeBron fans, and that's okay, that still believe that if they could just get another piece, it'll all turn around. Economically and in the sense of the NBA,
I'm kind of with them on that.
But it just isn't happening.
You can't make, but
you
can't
haven't
make-
been able to get
You
that
don't have
third
enough
piece.
to make a move. I do. If you get him a third piece,
They tried the third piece.
We've been saying that since 2020.
They
But-
tried it
yeah.
with Russell Westbrook.
That was
it
the
was
wrong
a
move.
colossal failure.
But
They-
whose
they picked-
decision was that?
They picked the wrong
Right.
guy.
But if you get him the right help, I still think you can be a contender.
What you have to offer,
I believe that, yeah.
and what is available, they're not. You can make a deal to go from where they are right now, 8, 9, 10, to 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Okay. do you really want to kick? And that's the definition of kicking the can down the road to bring this thing full circle, which is because LeBron's probably going to be here next year too, right? He's probably coming back next year too.
You think so?
Yes. He signed a 2-year deal, right? This is what he wants to do. And he's still a good enough player to be the specific type of relevance that we're talking about. TV relevant, talk radio relevant, Sports Center relevant, internet relevant. Championship relevant.
The king.
They're not even.
He's still the king. He's still
the
the guy.
king in name. He's not the king in ability anymore.
Yes, he's an A-list guy, and I see.
But
I do believe if you got him help, you'd be a contender. And if you get him in any playoff scenario versus anybody with actual help, that's not an easy sweep for anybody.
For instance, we have this conversation about the Rams sometimes, right?
Yeah.
That maybe it's time to move on from Stafford, trade Cup, try to rebuild, and then they have a game against Buffalo, arguably one of the best 2 or 3 teams out of the top 3 in the NFL. And you go, wait a minute, this still can work.
But no matter what happens this year, you're probably having those decisions.
Maybe,
even if you win the Super Bowl, you're still having those decisions.
But they would have won the Super Bowl. The Lakers never look anymore this season, and certainly most of last season, that if they play the best team, that they can beat them. Not in a 7-game series.
But
so
really
at some
think he's
point,
coming back?
Yes.
What else is he going to do?
He signed a 2-year deal. It's another $50 million.
Okay, well, maybe he was just tired that day versus Miami.
And here's the difference this year.
He's 40.
That's what I'm saying. You're not coming back for more of this, man. That's crazy.
Here's the difference this season more than any time. Before, we could always say, well, Anthony Davis. If it just runs through AD, it'll all be better. This year's showing that it's not.
It's the same.
But you don't have a lot of help, though.
Okay, but
there's no help coming.
And I always thought the next guy you bring in outside of Westbrook, bad choice. But the next guy you bring in is the future. That's what I'm saying.
But they're never going to get you're not trading for a young, up-and-coming megastar. That guy's not available to you right now.
And you can't get him anyway.
You're getting what you can trade for now, and I'm just using this name because it's a name that gets tossed around a lot, is a Zach LaVine type of guy.
Yeah.
Zach LaVine is not putting this team on a chip.
And that doesn't do anything for you.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of player that you would likely get in a trade like this. So you're kicking the can down the road for another year of LeBron, AD, and a Zach LaVine type guy with no draft picks to come and fix this, with no ability to try to get worse so you can get better.
Even
this
if you
is
could.
This is the path that they've chosen.
Even if you could trade him, which you can't, and I agree, you're stuck. But who would want him?
Well, that's the other thing. Who wants to get in the LeBron business?
At 40.
Right.
At that
I'm
cost.
sure there's some small market teams that might love to have him.
He would,
but he wouldn't go there.
That's never going to happen.
He wouldn't go there.
Hey, we need to put butts in seats team. Take him off the list
because he's not going.
He's
there.
not. He doesn't want to go.
But I'm just saying, from their perspective, they would love to have.
Sure,
him.
but that's fantasy land. Not going to happen. So where he would be really useful is if he were the second, third, or fourth best player on a team, right? To get that team and kind of push them over the top. But
be the Ron Harper to the Bulls.
To have that, to be that close and to add a player to LeBron James would be virtually impossible because of what he makes, because of what you'd have to give up. What does it do to the rest of your team? And, oh, by the way, trading him comes with all sorts of all the apron stuff you hear about. He's wildly expensive.
Yeah.
So you have to have roughly the same amount of money coming and going. It's just from a logistics standpoint, even if everybody wanted to do a deal, just logistically, it's really difficult to do.
I like what you said. I would love to see him up in Golden State.
And Ron Harper, to your Ron Harper point, Ron Harper was the 4th most important player on the court during that. It was Scotty, it was Jordan, it was Dennis.
That's what he said.
Like, but LeBron's not doing that.
But if he's like the 4th best, but if you go up to Golden State, it's clearly
the second
or
best
third.
State, why would you want to bring that? Why?
Because that might be good enough.
Yeah, can you imagine LeBron off the bench?
Steph, LeBron, Draymond.
I can't.
LeBron,
but he wouldn't have to come off the bench.
Or just running a small part of the offense.
He would be second to Steph.
Yes.
Let me give you this. Can you imagine LeBron doing that right now? It would help his team.
He
doesn't do it now.
We're seeing it. He just doesn't have help.
But he doesn't do it now.
It's not just that. It's
you can have a triple double and lose.
It's that and.
But it's wanting to score a triple double.
But you give him a triple double in Golden State with help, you're not losing that game.
He needs help.
You're probably winning by 30.
And he's not that guy anymore.
Yeah.
And he can be that guy periodically. Sure, he does. He only plays one end of the floor.
I still think he's that guy. He just can't carry you.
He's an absolute liability on the other end.
100%.
And that's the other
He's
part.
Playing
that
half
is,
the game. Yeah,
absolutely. And by the way, the rest of the team, other than Anthony Davis, isn't very good defensively.
So an all-out offensive LeBron is attractive to someone that's kind of built.
And here's the thing with the loyalty part: being loyal to Magic, fine, 5 titles. Being loyal to Kobe, Jeannie gave him the thank you deal, and the end result was not good for Lakers. The Lakers were very bad,
like a traffic controller there.
But 5 titles, always was a Laker. You want to thank LeBron for 2020? That's fine. You needed a title, Jeannie Buss. You got it. It's okay to move on. Lakers fans aren't going to be mad.
Laker fans will not. That's it. That Laker fans, when LeBron James, whether it's this year, next year, 2 years, 3 years from now, whenever it's finally over,
I'm with you.
And he retires or goes to another team, Laker fans will be like, "Thank you so much for your time. Okay, what's next?"
Somewhere they got mushed.
It will not be an emotional departure the way Kobe's departure was emotional, the way Magic Johnson's departure was emotional.
No doubt.
It will not be. Even Powell going to another team, it's like you had feelings for Powell in a way that never. LeBron's way better player than Powell, but it's never been an emotional connection like that. All right, we got some Laker fans that want to get in on this. We'll take your phone calls, 877-710-ESPN. And the Dodgers are doing something that they don't do very often. They're doing something that makes me say, huh? That's coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. I have teamed up with Travis and DeMarco to tell you about personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand and his all-star legal team.
We've been talking about the law office of Joseph S. Normand for months, and they've helped listeners achieve maximum compensation that they deserve in an accident.
Getting into an accident can be scary and frustrating dealing with insurance companies. Let the Normand All-Star team handle it for you. Visit normandlegal.com or 213-747-2000.
The law offices of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000.
I love opening gifts for myself because, I really get me. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Gift a Day Giveaway. 15 days, 15 gifts. Earn 500 points on your rewards card and get that day's great gift. Now till the 20th.
Number 2.
The Hilarious, Just Hilarious. Live January 11th.
And the number 1 reason.
It's the holidays. It's Morongo. It's good times.
Morongo. Good times.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2024. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
NextGen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. NextGen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of 5-star reviews online to prove it. Looking for an all-star deal on home comfort? Call NextGen. For just $14.99 a month, you'll score year-round coverage on all of your plumbing, heating, and AC needs. You heard it right. For just $14.99 a month, you'll experience coverage and comfort all season long. No unexpected timeouts, just total peace of mind. As a NextGen member, you'll enjoy complimentary multi-point inspections, cooling tune-ups, plumbing and safety inspections, and exclusive members-only savings. Plus, you'll have a VIP guaranteed 2-hour priority service appointment. Sign up today to become a NextGen VIP. Don't miss out. Call 833-3NEXTGEN. NextGen is the only name you need to remember for comfort and reliability all season long. That's 833-3NEXTGEN or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGEN.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Ah, yes! A Yacht Crew Christmas. Season Greetings is their new album. They are performing December 19th. At the Whiskey A Go-Go in West Hollywood. They're going to be performing all of these great songs off their new album. This one is fresh. It's called It's Christmas Time, DeMarco.
Yeah.
And tell me this won't put a smile on your face when you hear Yacht Crew sing this.
I like that.
Yeah.
Is the whiskey still the whiskey?
Yeah, we were there in the spring with Yacht Crew. Mason Kappa and I brought him on stage.
I mean, to play at the whiskey is still a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. If you're a rock band, that's where you want to go.
They've been once a million years ago.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their new album, go to yachtlycrew.com. Also, they're performing New Year's Eve at the Sound down in Del Mar.
Wow.
Cappy might go to that and spend New Year's Eve with Yacht Crew. They were also featured in that new HBO documentary we've been talking about, the Yacht Rock one. Great guys. This is Philly Ocean on lead vocals. They're just good guys. And it's fun. Like, here's the thing. It's really expensive to go see Taylor Swift or any other concert.
Yeah.
I mentioned Taylor Swift because you guys were talking about her yesterday.
Last show yesterday.
The Eras Tour finally wrapped up. How much do you think that made, Emily? Like $7 billion?
Over $2 billion.
That's amazing.
If she makes, just say she pockets 30% of that, and it's probably more.
Probably more.
That's $600 million.
That's incredible.
In one tour.
And she built an economy of the Kelce brothers. Nobody was interested really in hearing from them, and now you cannot escape them.
I do like Jason Kelce on TV.
Funny,
Really?
isn't he?
Yeah, I do. I think he's good.
See, I don't find him that funny.
I do. I think he's good.
I'm more interested in Travis, I think.
The big dude, or the tight
Chief,
end.
yeah.
Yeah, the pretty one.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. He's doing a game show, right?
He was on that scripted
Are you
show.
smarter than a celebrity? Is
Yeah.
what Travis
Oh,
Kelce's
okay.
doing, and he also was on Grotesquerie, which is a Ryan
Grotesquerie,
Murphy
that's what I was
show on
thinking of.
FX.
Yeah, you need to retire, son.
Dude, that guy laid the foundation as well as you could possibly
You know,
do it.
he's doing it better than Tiki Barber. Because Strahan and Tiki Barber
Strahan did a pretty good
By the way,
job,
what
too.
was he
Yeah.
up to before? Because he's, what, 37?
Travis?
Yeah.
Just balling. Just being a baller.
But until the Chiefs started winning and we started hearing his name all the time, was he just a player?
No, he could play. He just,
Nobody was talking
until
about
you
him.
win Super Bowls, and then you go to a whole new level. You become an A-list guy, and then you start dating the most famous person on the planet, and everything changes.
It's a good plan.
Yeah, but he was a great tight end. He was on his way to Canton anyway. He was
Just
very
turned-
good. Yeah,
just
he's
turned
good.
35.
Yeah,
35, okay.
Absolutely.
Was he a Chief his entire career? Oh, he was.
Absolutely uncoverable. Yes. The second coming of Tony Gonzalez, just better.
He's better than Tony Gonzalez?
That's what I'm.
Well,
That's
he's got rings.
Route running. The dude is unreal.
Tony
Yes.
Gonzalez might be the best ever at that position, though. I mean, him, Shannon, they're Gronk.
There's like 5 or 6
Yeah.
that are like, they're just special guys, and Gronk might be the top of them all.
And Kelsey's on that level?
He's on that level.
Okay.
Yeah, Antonio
All right.
Gates. Yes.
Gates,
He's
too.
got the stats.
Yes.
Travis Kelce's up there with the stats.
And a
list.
whole bunch of hardware,
Remember
too.
when Jalen was here? Jalen was shutting down everybody except him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely made him look silly on
And
route running.
Another thing in Travis Kelce's back pocket is, with all those rings, he was always the most reliable person for Patrick Mahomes throughout this entire run. They had Tyreek Hill, they had other great receivers, but when you needed something to happen, you go to Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
And
Kellen Winslow told me, the tight end is always open. I'm like, is that tight end mentality? He's like, no, it's true.
I would assume he's the last guy you account for when you're scheming.
Well,
right? But even if you have a Kelce, he's the last guy?
He's the run-pass option.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're going to do until they do it. Yeah.
All right, let's try one of these phone calls. We're talking about LeBron and what happens next. And this is the time of year when the Lakers need to make a trade. Is LeBron this? And here we go again. Stop me if you've heard it before. Let's go to Jacory in Santa Ana. Jacory, you're on with Travis DeMarco. What's up?
Hi, how's it going? I just wanted to say that, so
LeBron James has been playing for the Lakers for quite some time now. He's probably going to play a couple more years, but we've been in the playoffs the whole time, the play-ins the whole time, and we're probably never going to win anything with him. So when LeBron James is pretty much going to, even though he's a four-time champion, he's probably going to retire a loser. The only people that are going to be sad about LeBron leaving the Lakers are actually LeBron fans. So we ready for him to go.
Let's rock this gentleman. Let's rock him.
Well,
that's a good job,
First
sir.
of all, that's not true.
I agree with almost everything you said.
There's a lot in there that I think is right, but one of the things that Corey said,
Yeah.
well, that's just whatever. I'm not even going to go
I
there.
like it.
They've been in the. I know you do.
Look at you.
They've been in the play-in every year. No, they haven't. The year that they won the title, they were the best team in the league, and they were the number one seed. They were killing everybody, and there are very specific circumstances. The break of the pandemic allowed everybody to stay fresh and all
that's
that.
a pretty good.
It is. It's huge. But you know what else they had? A really good team.
They did.
Alex Caruso is a really good player. Dwight Howard was playing at a high level. KCP was playing at a high level. JaVale McGee gave them a whole bunch of
And what happened after that season?
They blew it up. And all of a sudden, the KCPs and the Carusos, oh, by the way, KCP wins another one in Denver. Like, you need guys like that on your team. LeBron and AD are always going to be the headliners, but you're going to need some supporting cast that there's more than just guys that are out there. You're going to need guys that some Danny Green was really good on that team. Like, you had some really good players on that team.
And by the way, LeBron was 4 years younger.
That's the other part. That you had a much better supporting cast. So the point that he's always been, no, he hasn't.
And you had a better coach. Hate to break it to everybody, you had a better coach.
They turned him over so fast that was Vogel, right?
Yes,
I like J.J. Redick, and I think J.J. Redick's going to be a great coach. But the reality is, he has never coached basketball. I understand he's a player. I understand he was a great analyst. I understand it's Sedano and DeAndre
though. Yeah.
would say, "Oh, he knows ball." I get it, but when you have to face adversity and your team ain't winning, having some experience knowing how to coach would help.
And that sport transfers. You can go right from the court and be a pretty good coach.
I don't think any of the issues the Lakers are having are J.J. Redick related. None.
No,
none.
Me too.
But still, you can't compare Frank Vogel, who coached and won
a season
to
coach.
somebody who's a rookie coach.
No, Vogel has been a head coach in this league probably closing in on 20 years now. He's been around a long time, so that's a little bit different. But I don't think the Lakers are where I don't mind the Redick piece of this at all. I think he's going to be a good coach, like you said. I think that he's learning on the job for sure. Will he be a better coach next year? Yes. Will he be a better coach the year after that? Yes. But this is a roster problem.
I don't think he has
the
a
roster.
shot.
This is a roster problem. This is not a. Now, last year when you watch Ham and they're just running
roster.
around doing stuff, that did not look like a well-coached team. This just looks like a team that doesn't have enough good players.
No, Ham was show very much emotion, and that was the problem. Is people didn't see any emotion, and JJ at least is saying the right things in press conferences. He's a smart guy, and he knows ball. He does know ball, as people would say.
Let's try another one. Let's try Simi Valley. Is it Job or Job, Em?
It's always Job.
It's Job. Job and Simi Valley. Job, what's up?
It's always Job. That's right, Emily. Hey, remember me, Travis, with LeBron's broken jump shot?
See. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Go ahead,
LeBron's
Job.
jump shot?
He thinks LeBron shoots from all 44,000 points he scored were bad shots.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Job.
I think you know I'm not a LeBron fan. I never wanted him here in the first place. And Chris said it earlier. This isn't about LeBron. This should be about the Lakers. And everything they do is all about LeBron. In his whole career, how come everything that ever happens, if it's good, he's so great, and you could put anything around him, and he can make it into the best lemons into lemonade. But when it goes bad, it's always, oh, what could we put around LeBron? What could we give LeBron? Let's just give him Steph, and let's just give him Giannis. Let's just put all the good guys around LeBron so he can win and get all the credit. But when they lose, it's everyone else. This guy has 4 championships. 3 of them he shouldn't even have had. He's a Ray Allen jump shot away from not winning that one. He's a Kyrie Irving jump shot away from not winning that one, neither of which he hit clutch shots. And he won the fake championship that we got in L.A. Fake. I don't care what Sedano says. Sedano loved I would argue that there's a harder championship than anyone. You got these millionaires going to this resort. You get to stay there for a month. You got golf, fishing. You got chefs and everything. Oh, it's so hard. Yeah, go back to your $1 million home. And,
Get him, Joe.
And, Yeah, that's it. I never want LeBron here in the first place.
So you should have started with this, Joe.
WrestleMania in April.
This LeBron diatribe is a far more palatable one than he doesn't know how to shoot.
No doubt.
You bring up some great points.
Yes.
That, especially as we get later into LeBron's career, what Job said, I think, is a really good point.
Chris,
which is,
I didn't know you were a ventriloquist.
When he's good, it's because LeBron is great.
Yeah.
When the team thrives, it's because LeBron is great. When the team struggles, it's you need to get LeBron some help.
But here's the thing about 2020.
Dude he's one of the greatest players ever.
Of course he is.
You have to give him that. Yes.
I will always say that, I mean, you were a professional athlete.
Yes.
If you got a 4-month break before the playoffs,
oh, yeah.
and all you had to do, because you were locked down, is work out, eat properly, do all your cardio, and practice,
yeah,
you probably would come back from that pretty good, right? You'd reset. But everybody in those playoffs had that.
Yeah, I was going to say the Lakers were the only team that got a break.
So they did win.
Even, he comes out on top.
So LeBron at a full reset, is a guard, especially 4 years ago, is going to be better than everybody else. So was AD. AD was amazing in those playoffs.
Yeah.
The asterisk is, well, you got a giant break in it. So
but
that's
everybody
fine.
got the same break.
But guess what? Don't discount that championship.
It's not a fake championship.
But it makes it seem like
it's
he
a
got
different
the advantage.
championship.
Right. Like you make it seem like he got the advantage.
So here's the thing. Everybody got the same advantage, but it might have benefited them more than other teams.
Because they're more
talented. They're much better.
And they're older. Like AD, what's the knock on AD?
He falls apart.
Right.
By the way,
and LeBron, it's his advanced age.
Yes.
So you give a guy a chance to get healthy and a guy to rest. That's more than if I'm Giannis and I'm in my 20s.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to go. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. I'm going to feel the same one way or the other.
But unlike the Dodgers in 2020, because the pandemic happened at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
So the Lakers were playing amazing.
They were the best team in the league
up until the pandemic.
Yes.
So they still played most of the season, and they were an amazing team.
So you're giving them props for the championship.
I'm not putting a giant asterisk on it.
No.
I'm saying, you know what?
Yeah.
You got your championship with LeBron. It's time to move on. That's all. You're not going to get another one.
I got you.
Not with this group.
Job was heated.
Not
wasn't he?
with this group.
He's right about that Ray Allen jump shot.
He's right.
And he's right.
And oh, by the way, he's the greatest player of all time.
But he's right about the jump shots. Though.
Everybody's got a ward or two, right? You look close enough, some stuff's going to happen. Factor Cap is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. And let's talk about our pal Joseph Esnor. We're going to get to see Joe today.
Is he really?
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing through the grapevine that Joseph Esnorman is coming in here, but he'll have his phone on him, 213-747-2000. If you get hurt in an accident, let's say you take a fall somewhere.
Yeah.
Not that would happen to any of us, but if you take a fall and you get injured, call Joe, 213-747-2000.
Didn't you just fall?
Yeah, but I'm
at a nursery.
I'm at a titanium.
He's
DeMarco.
coming
I don't
in.
get hurt.
You should talk to him about
I
what
will.
happened.
I
and
will.
Let's get paid. Here we go. Accidents are devastating, and the recovery process can be difficult, or it is difficult to deal with. No one should face it alone. No insurance company ever is on your side. Anything you say to any insurance company can and will be used against you at any point throughout the process.
Get some expertise and get somebody that's going to treat you like you're a member of their very own family. And that's what the law offices of Joseph S. Normand are going to do. 213-747-2000 and normandlegal.com.
You have many choices, but listen to us because they're the all-star team. 213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
A player that flipped to Oregon because he was going to get his own shoe.
Phil Knight said, if you go to Oregon, I'll make you your own shoe.
Yes.
If you were being recruited and Phil Knight called you and goes, hey, Mace, I will make the Air Mace.
Yeah, I would definitely do it for the Air Mace. Because when I get in the air, look out.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Travis here for Prize Picks. Did you know that Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action? Why not join over 10 million users right now and sign up today? Because you can win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. You just pick more or pick less. It really is that easy. For instance, Justin Jefferson, more than 83.5 yards next week. What do you think? More or less? Lamar Jackson, more or less than 1.5 touchdowns. And with Prize Picks, they put their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When I hit on Prize Picks, I can get my money in as little as 15 minutes. So download the app today, use the code 710, and you're going to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's $50 instantly after you place your first $5 lineup with the promo code 710 with Prize Picks. Happy holidays from Prize Picks. Prize Picks, run your game.
It's your last chance to snag Dell Technologies' lowest prices of the year before the holidays. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. This is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
It's football season, and Uber Eats is dropping undefeated deals on all your game day favorites. This week, score a free medium 2-topping Domino's pizza with minimum purchase, only on Uber Eats. Craving even more? We've got you covered with game day deals on burgers, tacos, wings, and more, all season long. Order Uber Eats now. Terms, taxes, and fees apply. See app for details.
Lakers fans, this holiday season, take the Lakers everywhere you go with the Lakers app, presented by BBGO. In the Lakers app, get the latest team news, live updates, in-game highlights, photos, and more. Available in the App Store for free. Don't miss any of the action as the season continues. And always be game day ready. The Lakers app has you covered. Download now to your iPhone or Android, and let's go Lake Show.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Du hast?
Still don't know what that means.
Wie geht's?
What'd you say to me?
Wie geht's es dir?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you called me something.
Do you have a good German accent?
No, that's it.
That's
I can't
it?
do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Hody, hody.
All right. So, Mike Brown, the head coach of the Sacramento Kings.
Another guy LeBron got fired.
Right, exactly.
It's not wrong.
And his press conference yesterday had a very interesting response. And I'm just going to play it for you. So here's Mike Brown in his press conference.
We just need to be methodical by stacking or playing the right way, possession after possession, 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 after possession.
Okay, stop.
After possession, after possession, after possession, after possession.
Like listening to Mason
after
Ironwood.
possession, after possession.
Okay.
After possession.
Oh my God, stop.
After possession.
He needs a breath.
After possession.
Bruh.
You guys got what I'm saying.
Oh,
We got it.
oh.
That was not edited,
That was
people.
Not edited. That was 26 times Mike Brown said after procession. So Mike Brown was putting us in a trance. Travis Factor Cap.
Cap, Mike Brown is furious with his basketball team. The only reason you do something like that is because you've been saying the same thing to the same group of guys. It's like with your kids, right? Yeah. At some point, you tell them, "Hey, can you not put the towel on the ground?" And you say it 29,000 times, and you go the next day. You
bring
go
your
through,
shoes,
and your towel is on the ground again. And eventually, you lose your damn mind, and you start screaming like you're going to kill someone, and they're like, it's a towel on the ground. What's a big deal? It's not a big deal that it's the towel on the ground. It's the 29th millionth time I've asked you to do it. Mike Brown hit that moment yesterday.
That can't be real.
Oh, it was real.
Oh, my God.
What exactly was the question? I am in a trance.
Yes, Mike Brown put you in a trance.
Yes, I was in a trance. So
Right.
I guess he accomplished
Fact.
it,
Yeah.
but he should be fired as a coach after doing that.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, how's he doing? I like Mike Brown.
They are not having the year they've had the two previous years.
Okay.
I think they're just outside the 10.
I always liked him. Fact, he put me into trance. It was driving me crazy. It was like scratching your nails down the chalkboard. Just, man, will you make that stop? I thought that was Jorge messing with me.
After possession.
After possession.
After possession.
Ugh.
After possession.
Jorge?
I was in a trance after possession. I get it. He was mad, but dude, 4 times is enough. Trust me.
26.
Yeah, 26 too many.
It's probably the amount of times they had possessions during the game.
There we go. Em. I like that.
Wow.
That's a good job.
So,
After possession.
last night I
You're
went
possessed.
to see a show at the Largo, which is a comedy show in Fairfax area. And one of the people that came out was Nikki Glazer, and she was working on her open for the Golden Globes that'll come up in January. And it's great. What she did was pretty fantastic. You know Nikki Glazer. She's edgy. It's fun.
She was in the Brady roast.
She was.
My statement, though, is there are only a few people that are good at hosting award shows. Morales, Factor Cap.
Ooh.
Fact. I think who was thought of for a while as like the gold standard for the Oscars?
Johnny Carson.
No, but more modern day.
What's his name?
The guy who
City
plays Mike
Slickers.
Wazowski?
Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
And remember when they changed off of that?
Yeah.
It all went to hell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, people were just good at it. And I don't know why they changed. I think Nikki Glazer gives a new spark. It may actually make me watch, and I haven't watched the Golden Globes in maybe 10 years. So,
I mean, she'll probably do better than the guy who hosted last year.
who hosted last year?
It was that guy, Joe
Coy.
Coy.
Oh, yeah.
That's the specialized audience.
DeMarco, what about you?
Specialized
It
audience.
is. I mean, he's talking to a certain group. It's funny if you get it, but if to a mass audience, I don't think it works.
The best part of Joe
Yeah.
Coy was when he started calling out his writers in the middle
Yes.
of his jokes.
Yeah.
So funny.
I didn't write it. Okay.
I'll go fact. I think my favorite host of all time, and he only did it once because that's all they allowed, was Norm Macdonald.
Oh,
When he did the
he
ESPN,
was great.
He lit the room up.
He sure
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you needed in that moment, right? And Ricky Gervais.
Well, Ricky Gervais was,
That was awesome.
But that
Yes.
was like a kamikaze mission.
Yes. I don't care. I
So
don't
was
care.
Norm, by the way. No, Norm going in there, opening with OJ
Oh, my
and
God.
Tiger Woods stuff.
Yeah.
Is like, all right, here we go.
Ricky knew he wasn't
He
coming
knew.
back.
Travis, what about you?
Yeah, no, it's fact. It's an incredibly difficult skill set to be able to do it, to get it to move, to be funny without being boring,
And to be kind of
get,
welcomed into this, not be like, you're in the room and people respect you enough to laugh at your jokes.
Yes, the guy that I think is best at it right now, it's a tough gig, is Kimmel. I think Kimmel's really, really good at it because he's funny in the room. He's funny on TV. He's likable. He's got just a little bit of edge where he'll take a shot at somebody. I think Kimmel is the only one of the modern group that I like listening to.
Seacrest. No?
Not really for an
not
award
funny
show.
He's so
Okay.
polished and clean, but he's not. Yeah,
He's
not
a
for
good person to get it done.
Yes.
But he's not necessarily gonna do the jokes
Yeah,
the
he's
same
not.
way. I think John Mulaney would be good. I think, and I know he turned down the Oscars, and I loved Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
Yeah.
with
Yeah, they're
the
funny.
Golden Globes.
I would have loved to see Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
That
Kevin
just
Hart
fell
would be-
apart.
Well,
but
he
I
was
would have
great
I
for the
would love to
Brady
have seen-
roast.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love to have
Yeah.
seen that. Yeah.
Oh, Jorge, what do you think?
Yeah, there's a handful of them, and one of them sitting right here in front of us. This guy does it.
Thank you
He's
very
done it for 4 years. But
3 years, but we don't know what year 4 is going to bring.
Oh, see.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. 3 years. But
Are you? You're not stepping down?
No, but I
Oh,
might
okay.
add some accoutrement.
yeah.
Accoutrement.
But see, but this is what I like about our show. If you guys make it to the rehearsal part or the days before the actual show, some of the raunchy stuff is there, man.
Oh.
And I try to push, hey, you should really go for that joke. He's like, I don't know, that might be a little too tough. But I like the raunchiness.
Yeah, like Mace's stepdad. There was this stuff I was saying.
Well, not Stepdad Leo.
Can I see the original
I said
draft?
something like, "Oh, not Stepdad Leo. Thanks for having your teeth in tonight." And they were like, "You got to run with it." I was like, "Nah." Fill this room with 1,000 people. I don't know if it hits.
Yeah.
Now, knowing Leo, and by the way, I told Leo that night, here's one of the jokes I was going to do.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, I wish you would have done it."
Okay. That makes it better.
No, but he does a really good job at it.
Thank you.
getting with jokes and all that stuff.
I got one last one for you guys. So I saw this tweet, and whether or not it's a real ask, I'm just going to use it anyway. So the Twitter user said that they received a wedding invite that specifically said on the dress code line, "No Apple Watches, please." Specifically asked people to not wear Apple Watches for their aesthetic of their wedding. So my statement is, this is out of pocket. DeMarco, fact or cap?
Fact. Yeah. Why Apple Watches? I get it when they say no kids.
Yeah, sure.
You've had that before, right? No kids at the party. It's
I was just at a wedding.
The bride or groom just thinks that they're ugly.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah. That does make sense.
Travis is out of pocket.
No, Cap. Look, it's their wedding. I've said that we've had a lot of wedding questions on this before. It's their wedding. If they want no Apple Watches, fine. Take your Apple Watch off for a couple hours.
Apple Watch,
Nothing.
though?
Look.
What's wrong with
I
an
don't
Apple
think
Watch?
there's anything wrong with an Apple Watch, but if it's your wedding, you say, I want everybody to wear a certain color or not wear it. It's your wedding.
No
Do it however
pants.
you want.
No one wears pants at my wedding. How
You
about
have
that?
a choice to go or not based on your pants and Apple Watch situation.
Wow.
All right, Morales?
So here's the thing. I was a big watch guy. You remember this? Mm-hmm. I was a huge watch guy. Like my Breitling was I loved my Breitling. I had a tag. I had a couple Tussauds, which were beautiful. And I never got a Rolex because I always said I'm not old enough for a Rolex. Like, I got to wait till I'm like 45, 50 to get the Rolex. And now I have no interest because of this. This Apple Watch changed everything.
It's the best.
It changed to where there is no... Because in my mind, I'll go... I went to a wedding recently, and I went, should I put a nice watch on instead of my Apple Watch? And then I went, no, I'll be lost for an entire day without my Apple Watch? No. Screw it. No more watches. So, that's kind of what the world is now. So if you want to make your wedding rules that's fine, but I ain't going. In fact, I'll mail you an Apple Watch. You gutless scumbag!
Your wedding gifts
You're a gutless scumbag, both of you. And I hope you have a bad wedding.
His and her Apple Watches is a gift.
No, and you know I would do that.
All right, Jorge.
I will bring in my Fitbit. No Apple Watch, fine. I got my Fitbit.
Right.
But they can do what they want. At the end of the day.
I was just
If
looking
that's
at
what you're
DeMarco's
worried about
wrists.
with your wedding, you know what?
Look,
I don't want to
people-
be there.
People get weird with their weddings.
I'm so
There's
tired of it.
like you mentioned, sometimes it's a kid thing, sometimes it's a dress code thing, sometimes it's a gift thing, or they want to charge you a fee. Like there's all sorts of weird stuff, and people lose their damn minds over weddings. I love a good wedding.
Yeah.
I'll go to any wedding. I'll follow all the rules you want me to follow. I love them. I
Really?
love 'em.
Me too.
Absolutely.
I'm not big on them.
Oh, I
Love weddings.
mean, what's not to like?
Love
It's
weddings.
food, drink,
Fun.
dancing, and hanging out.
Yes. A
What's
blast.
not to like?
I don't want to sit with the speeches.
So,
I
if
don't.
you
I
go into the
don't.
right wedding,
Yeah.
the longest those speeches will be are a couple of minutes.
That's it.
We're done. Moving on. Hey, I love you, brother. I'm so happy you found the one. Let's have a great night
I
tonight.
didn't know
Here's
you
to
guys-
the bride and groom.
I didn't know you guys were so committed to your watches.
Oh, yeah.
It runs your life.
I
You
even
too?
wear this
Oh, not
thing,
that bad.
too.
Okay.
And I wear a whoop on the other wrist.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I wear mine because I want to close my rings. That's my
okay, that's it.
And he
Yeah,
closes
yeah,
those
yeah.
rings every day.
Yeah, I'm a ring closer. Oh, I meant to tell you this. When I fell the other day, did not get the hard fall alert on my watch.
Oh, really?
So
no,
you're not
I did
old.
not
That
get
means
it.
you're doing okay.
I did, yeah.
When you pooped yourself, did it give you an alert?
I did, does it do that?
Wow.
Because if it does, mine's malfunctioning. 'cause
I
it
want to
did
talk
not
more
give it-
about you pooping yourself.
Let's do it. Factor Caps brought to you by Joseph S. Normand. You got a lot of choices in your legal team, but with Joe, family always comes first. Call 213-747-2000. That's the law office of Joseph S. Normand. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com.
DeMarco, have you pooped yourself ever?
I refuse
Sober.
to answer that on the
Sober.
Yes, once.
I want to hear about that too.
Long time ago.
That's all next on a Live Imaging Tuesday.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Have you heard or seen ads for settling your credit card debt over a period of 3 or 4 years? What they don't tell you is that they will implode your credit rating by entering a debt relief program. At Cash Call, we have a different way of helping you out from under crushing credit card debt. If you own your own home, Cash Call could make you a loan to pay off that debt, which should help your credit rating and get your monthly payments down. We've helped folks pay off $80,000 in credit card debt in one shot. Even if you've had credit derogs, such as recent mortgage lates, we may still be able to approve you so you can improve your credit score instead of trashing it. So if you're a homeowner and want to turn your credit profile around and cut your monthly interest expense, go to cashcall.com or call 833-875-CASH. Our loan technicians are ready to help you right now. Minimum loan amount of $6,000, subject to credit approval. Not all applicants will qualify. Loans made pursuant to the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. Call 833-875-CASH or go to cashcall.com.
Hey folks, when it comes to Christmas trees, don't get played by foreign plastic. Just like you wouldn't replace a prize QB with a mannequin. Don't replace American farm fresh trees with fake foreign plastic. These farm families are the MVPs of Christmas, growing champions right here on American soil. They're not sitting on the bench. They're out there every day growing real Christmas traditions. Make the winning choice, farm fresh Christmas trees, not foreign plastic that pollutes. Visit GetRealKeepItReal.com to find your local farm MVP.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check that your guests like spicy first before serving Atomic Hot Wings.
Who's hungry?
Oh my gosh. What are these?
You don't like them? Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Water.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
What's this, Jorge?
Motley Crue.
Oh, this is right.
Yeah.
Off their original album, Seize the Day. This is when they did How Deep Is Your Love? How deep is it, DeMarco?
Pretty deep. Deeper than the
You
ocean.
were talking about weddings, so it kind of,
Yeah.
decided to play this.
Bee Gees, right?
Originally done by the Bee Gees,
Yes.
of course. 11 minutes in front of 11 o'clock on a live imaging Tuesday on the Travis and DeMarco Show. So, the last few months, I've been dealing with a lot of body issues, as we've talked about, and part of it is just putting on weight, and then I've never had lower back or hip issues ever. So having to deal with some of this has been very annoying, and I've been doing back on carnivore, and I'm feeling less inflammation. I feel much better.
What is carnivore?
Just meat.
All meat.
So
all meat.
Exactly the opposite of you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
With a few salads mixed in. So probably like keto carnivore. The reason I bring this to the forefront is Travis recently has lost a lot of weight. And we're proud of you for it. And you didn't do the Ozempic.
No.
Just hard work, walking 5-6 miles every day. And he did it all for the Saturday he had last Saturday, which he talked about a little bit on the air, I believe, yesterday. So in the same day, falling at a nursery, not like a baby nursery, but like plants.
Yeah.
To the fact that your wife, Susan, was alarmed that you might be seriously hurt.
Yes.
Back-ended into pooping yourself on a walk.
Yes.
Now, do you think that something maybe went awry when you lost all this weight? Are you getting up there in age?
All of the above.
Depends. Get it?
I got it.
The fall, I don't know how to say this other than to just say it. The fall is far more alarming to me than the other incident.
I know what you mean. Go ahead.
Because the fall, nothing really happened. Like there wasn't like negligent. I tripped over a brick that was a millimeter higher than the other brick,
and you couldn't keep yourself
and I
off
couldn't
the ground.
Stay off the ground. Look, I'm not trying to be gross. The other thing happens, man. It happens. Like that's just unfortunate. There's not a person listening right now that hasn't had that happen to him. At some point.
Yourself?
Yeah.
So I'm going to take you back
and it happened to me on Saturday. It sucks, and it sucks that it happened the same day.
I have never heard this. This is awesome.
It happens. No one. Speaking of our friend Craig Kitchen, he said this to me at one point. We were telling stories.
Craig pooped himself?
No, but he was telling a story where somebody got to cut a line at the airport. He goes, "It's the great equalizer. That this is the one. Every human being on earth is like, I know what you're going through. Go ahead.
Come on.
Just go ahead."
Yes.
So I'm not even. I mean, it's embarrassing, obviously, but
falling
the
is
fall
hard.
because. If that's my lot in life moving forward, I'm only 53.
Yeah.
If I'm falling at 53,
that's bad.
That's a problem.
Yeah. The next time it might be worse than a bruise.
Yeah.
The next time you fall,
knock myself out.
Right.
So
the other thing you can just wipe off and keep going. Yeah. Right.
So I want to hear, DeMarco, about when you pooped yourself. But first, I'm going to rewind the tape to 2013. This is when I was playing almost every day golf in the afternoon. When we were all working together.
Yeah.
At Fullerton Golf Course, I was playing every day. My swing coach, the great Jay Lim, was there. And I would go out by myself oftentimes if nobody else wanted to play with me in the afternoon. I would just walk the course and watch the sunset. It was the most beautiful thing. So I go out there. I'm carrying my bag. I'm much better shape than I am now. Younger, obviously. Hole 3. Now, if you've been to Fullerton Golf Course, once you're out there, especially with no cart. Much like you, I thought maybe there was just a gas moment.
Right.
Oops.
There wasn't.
It was something else.
So, in that moment,
got a choice to make.
I kind of pushed it off to the side, and I kept playing golf through 9.
You did?
And when I got back to the clubhouse and walked up, everyone's like, Chris, are you hanging out? I'm like, no.
Nope, not today.
Not today. And I put a towel in my car. I stopped by the market and got some Desitin because we knew what we were dealing with.
The Desitin.
Got in the shower, screamed a little bit, but I was appreciative of the golf I did.
Yeah.
I was able to kind of put it to the side.
I thought I was the only one on the painful shower.
No. Look, skin is skin, my friend.
Because listen, it was kind of one of those jobs where you could just move it to the sidewall.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Kind of keep it in there. And we kept playing golf.
I respect you.
And then we lotioned up like a baby.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you cover the skin.
If somebody smelled you?
He's by himself.
Was by myself.
Oh, you were all by your... But you had to walk by people at some
No,
point.
I quickly was like, guys, because they're all Chris.
I'm out? Okay.
Because I hung out all the time. You hanging out?
Yeah.
No, guys. I got
to
a call. I got to get... I'll see it.
I'm not sure if I could do that.
By the way, those shorts,
yeah,
that all destroyed.
Oh,
like
that's what I said. See?
I took a grocery bag into the bathroom once I got home.
Yeah.
Put it all in there. Took it to
He
the
kept
thing.
the shorts.
I kept my shorts.
I could never.
Because
those shorts would remind me.
Well, you said like under shorts would have gone straight into the trash.
Yeah.
But
Because I didn't want to see it.
Right.
No, nobody wants to see it.
You don't want to be reminded.
Then I closed my eyes when I got in the shower.
These were expensive shorts.
Yeah.
They were relatively new. I'm not throwing away
He
new
did the
shorts.
walk of shame. He had to wash
went
them
to the sink in the laundry room.
I could never do all that.
Yeah, I had to do it.
No.
The walk of shame.
Now,
yes.
here's the thing.
Would you throw $70 in the trash?
It depends.
I'm not.
It depends, maybe.
Not me.
Yeah.
What was Susan's take?
Oh.
It depends.
Exactly.
Wow.
What was Susan's take on the pooping yourself?
So I told her she was in the garage. She was actually working out. She was on her Peloton. She was riding her Peloton.
Yeah.
I popped in the garage real quick and I said to her, I said, hey, I'm going to go for my walk. Okay. So I leave. I'm back 10 minutes later. And I said, hey, I'm back. And she's like, why are you back? And I said, I pooped my pants. And she goes, what? I'm like, yeah. She goes, are you okay? I think, oh, obviously not. And she just went back to her ride, and I went back out on my walk, cleaned up, and took off
So you went
again.
back out?
6 miles.
Yeah. You finished golf.
I did, yeah.
See? There you go.
Same deal. But I didn't.
But I was like,
he cleaned up.
But I went home, and I was close enough to home to circle back.
You may win this, yeah.
But I was 29.
Yeah.
It's a lot different
That's true.
at the time.
Yeah, why does that happen? Never mind. At 29.
So what happened to you?
I'm not telling. That's enough. That's enough stories about soiling pants. We're done.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're good. Do we need to share that story after those two?
I'm just asking. I mean, just join the club. It happens to all of us.
Okay.
So I had
There you
another
go.
moment.
Thank you.
I had another moment about a month ago. It wasn't a poop the pants moment, but it was a bathroom moment, but not my bathroom.
Oh, I hate that. That's a terrible
Wait,
feeling.
what's the problem?
Did you plug it?
No.
You didn't use the bathroom?
No, I did, but there might have been. It was a photo finish.
Oh,
and there might have been some stuff on a rug.
Oh, a photo finish.
Oh,
like
you had to
didn't
come clean,
make
though,
it.
right?
You didn't make it.
You can't try to just sneak out in that situation. That's one of those. Hey, listen.
So it was Stephanie's house.
Okay, this is gonna be embarrassing for all of us.
So I washed the rugs and everything,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
I thought I was out of it until I put the rugs outside so they would dry off, and I didn't really think she would notice. Then she noticed, like, why are the rugs outside? And I told her. I thought her reaction would be one of humor. It wasn't.
She was mad?
Not mad, but just more like, "Are you okay?"
That's gross.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it was a photo finish. Don't you understand? It's
I
okay.
have the right to be upset. I know it's natural, it happens, but I have the right to be
I
upset.
hope that this scenario never arrives. But let's say I am at your house,
Yes.
and something unfortunate happens. I would say to you, DeMarco, here's what happened. I will replace the rugs.
Yeah.
I will buy you a new bathroom if you need me to. You can burn your bathroom to the ground, but I have to tell you what happened.
Yes, that's very nice of you, but just I'm not going to be happy when you tell me.
Of course not.
Right.
I'm not asking you to go, we're good.
I'm not going to be happy and smiling about it,
No
but that's
chance.
gross.
We're good. Poop happens. No.
Yeah, it does.
It
Okay,
does.
I'll just say we had this conditioning test, right? You know what a gasser is?
Uh-huh.
Across the field,
Well,
back,
what?
across the gassers.
Oh.
So you had
like
to run
suicides
Gasser.
in basketball.
Yeah, like 53, 53, 53, 50, like in like 43 seconds, and you had to do 3 of them with 30 seconds rest in between. That
And
was
instead of vomiting, you pooped?
Well, look, man. I mean, I'm one more lap away, and I'm not going to do this again. So, yeah, the last 4 or 5.
You got to push through the
last
finish line.
4 or 5 steps, something happened. I made
What are you
it,
gonna do?
but that's all. Yeah.
All right, I guess
Did
we should
Vermeil start crying?
He wasn't out there, thank God.
Was this a Rich Brooks situation?
This was it Rich Brooks? No, it was Vermeil. That was Vermeil's test. It was just the strength coach out there. Yeah.
All right, the Dodgers did a thing that I don't get, which is pretty rare. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. Trust me, it will blow your mind, and you can experience the Emirates NBA Cup like never before. NBA action in immersive shared reality. Every assist and dunk and buzzer beater comes to life on Cosm's immense 8K plus wraparound display. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in November. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
The Temptations. And the Four Tops. Celebrating 40 years of Temptations and Four Tops. Saturday, January 18th at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Plus celebrating 60 years of the iconic hit, My Girl. Tickets on sale now at FantasySpringsResort.com. Come celebrate 40 years of magic. The Temptations, the Four Tops. Be sure to listen to Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr every Monday in the 9 a.m. hour on his new show, The Travis and DeMarco Show. He's going to give you his best of from the whole football weekend. And you know, when DeMarco serves up a best of, you know it means something. Don't miss it. They've got their best of the weekend, plus your chance to win a Fantasy Springs weekend getaway prize pack with your best of. That's Mondays in the 9 a.m. hour on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. Made possible by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Escape the everyday at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, just minutes from Palm Springs.
Happy holidays from Mir Audio Video in Westwood with an exclusive deal for ESPN LA listeners. Introducing the stunning 98-inch LG QNED. This TV is next level for a limited time only. Our friends at Mir will be offering this once-in-a-lifetime TV for the lowest price on the planet. You can make it yours for just $4,100, including delivery. Hurry, because supply is limited. 310-234-4010. That's 310-234-4010. Thank you, Mir Audio Video.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
This is Michael Bublé.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful. 11 o'clock on a live imaging Tuesday on the Travis and DeMarco Show. I was a big Bublé guy in like 2009. Remember Bublé? Bublé was hot.
He was doing his own music in 2009. He had the I Just Haven't Met You Yet. That song.
Right.
Does he not do his own music anymore? Does
I don't
he
think
just
he's
do covers?
as hot. I don't think Bublé's hot.
He was like, charting with his own music back then. Now I think it's really just the Christmas stuff. And then, he'll make an appearance as himself, like as a cameo on a show. Like, I don't know,
It's like the
30
new
Rock
Harry
type
Connick,
show.
right?
Yeah, it was kind of that sound.
Yeah. Ellen DeGeneres. First time I heard Michael Bublé.
On the Ellen Show?
Yeah, she got canceled. You can't mention that.
You can't mention her?
Well, she was mean to people.
I thought his name was Michael Bublé until I saw the show.
Yeah, Bubble.
Bubble, right? Yeah.
Whatever replaced Ellen. Is there another show that's like that these
Kelly
days?
Clarkson?
Oh, really?
She's on
Jennifer
TV.
Hudson has a show.
Jennifer Hudson has the woman from the
Sherry.
Today Show.
Sherry.
Tamron Hall has a show.
Yes. But no one has replaced, I guess.
It's not, no one's as big as Ellen
Yeah.
was, but I would say the slot is probably Jennifer Hudson and Kelly Clarkson.
It was like Rosie O'Donnell. I remember when I was in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Like little koosh balls.
Rosie O'Donnell was everybody talked about Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
And then it was Ellen. Everybody talked about Ellen. And now I feel like that's really not. That's a void.
No,
that people
that's
don't
a
really
void.
talk about it.
Drew
Donahue.
Barrymore has a show.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like
She
to be see
does.
another lesbian woman to lead the way in the top. And
So I don't know about that. I guess I never thought that. I never thought of that.
You're doing Rosie and Ellen, so
Yeah, I never thought of that. But yeah,
Ellen
Rachel Ray
was
still
just
does it?
difficult
I
to
think she's a
work for.
lesbian. But Rachel Ray, I watched years ago, and I just haven't really
I haven't
watched
seen
any
her
of
in a
it.
long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ellen was just mean. That's enough to get you erased from history.
So her show was going to end anyway.
Yeah.
So she worked out the end of her show. She was not renewed on her contract, so she was going to leave anyway.
Ah.
But then it came out that like her persona on the show, which is very nice, very warm, and very like personable, was not how she treated her coworkers and anybody who was on the show.
That's the part I don't get. Like, I am well aware of that people that perform for a living are very frequently not the person that they are.
But it was that
the
time in
performance
life.
is not the person.
It was just a lot of stuff was coming out about a lot of things back then around that time, and that was just added to the list.
I think it was also a thing to say, hey, if we're losing viewership because people don't want to see you because you're mean, and you're also at the end of your contract, and she's probably an expensive contract,
Right.
so maybe we just do away with it all in total.
Rosie was the queen of nice, right?
I don't really
That's
know how
what
she
they
was to
said.
work with.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Steve Mason used to be a giant a-hole. If you remember Mace way back when, and this isn't something I don't say to his face, I'll bring it up in an hour. When he was doing Good Day L.A., he would walk in here with his sunglasses on, and not to be like part of his bit like I do, like he was just an a-hole.
He was cool.
He thought he was cool.
Yeah.
But he's become much nicer. I would say he's not as nice as John. John is much nicer to people.
They're both good guys.
No, they're not. John's a good guy. John's a good guy.
Mason's a good guy.
He pretends to be a good guy.
That's a good guy to me.
Oh, he's a good guy to us.
Yeah.
But if you're just some random Joe Schmo, I don't know.
I can only speak to my personal experience.
Jason would like to say that Ellen is despicable to him. I think, yes, that I would not want to work for Ellen. I don't think a lot of people would like to work for Ellen, but it is a confusing line of, then why are you not being... There are plenty of people that are hard to work for.
Yeah. Mason will take us and a fan to a baseball game, local baseball game.
He wants to take me to dinner to reset our relationship.
There was a whole Jimmy Fallon Rolling Stone expose about how he was crappy to his staff.
Guys, a lot of these people are very difficult to work with.
Right.
Very difficult to work with. It's not... that's what I don't get.
But
like,
here's the difference.
I worked for somebody that's very difficult to work with.
But would you say he was a mean person?
No.
Okay.
Didn't it say Johnny was mean? Johnny Carson?
Probably.
He was a bit pretty distant, I think.
Yeah.
Was his
The only
deal.
person I could put up there in that stature was Bob Costas. Bob was extremely difficult to work with because he was a perfectionist.
Yeah.
So you
Demanding.
you got frustrated in yourself that you weren't as good as he was at his job.
Yeah.
But he was one of the nicest human beings to deal with.
I know nothing about nothing, but I feel like it was both a bad press situation for Ellen as well as her cultural relevance was enough so that they could use an excuse to end that show.
Here's what I'll say. If I was in jail for some reason, which could still happen, and I needed money to be bailed out, John Irwin is my first call.
Okay.
That's the type of person John Irwin. Him and I play a bit on the air that we don't really like each other. And I think some of that is in truth about how our acts are. Our acts rub each other the wrong way. But on a human level, John is an amazing human being. Mace, I would not call. I don't think Mace would be there
Make
to
sure
bail
your
me out.
phone is on because I'm calling you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Come on. And likewise.
And I also am saying all this just to irritate Mace because we need some stuff for lit today from 12 to 3.
No, this is one of those, hey, listen, something happened. I need your help.
Yes.
What's your response?
I'll be right there.
Yep.
Where are you?
And then when you're driving me back to wherever I need to be, I'm like, I say, hey, can this stay between the two of us?
Maybe. Depends.
Jorge.
Jorge's that guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Course.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm in trouble. Can you come help me?
Simon.
Okay. We're riding back. Hey, listen, man. I'd really rather this just stay between us.
Stays between me and you, but who's going to pay for the upholstery in my car?
Better question.
So now you're my second call.
Better question.
Now you're my second call.
You know who I want to see have a daytime show? Sorry, one last thing. I want to see Kiki Palmer have one. I think she's fantastic. I think she has a podcast, and I think they maybe even tried her out on some stuff.
I thought you said Tiki Barber for a second.
No, Kiki Palmer. I think she'd be fantastic during the daytime shows. She's so funny. She's really personable. She does like these on the red carpet stuff. She's great.
Kiki's funny.
I'm
want
looking at
Jameis
her.
Winston.
She's familiar to me, but where do I know her from?
So she was a child star. So she was in Aquila and the Bee. She was not Victoria. She was
Been
on True
around
Jackson
forever.
VP. But then she was also on Nope. She's also been. She's a singer.
Give me Jameis Winston.
What happened to Maury?
should
The
be
guy
on
who used to
everything.
reveal
He
Baby
died.
Daddy. Oh, yeah?
Maury's dead.
It is a final.
He used to reveal Baby Daddy results.
yeah.
and stuff.
Yes, you are
Maury's
not
dead?
the father.
Yeah, he died.
Yes.
I think.
I think we definitely
R.I.P.
I think he's dead.
I had no idea. This is breaking news to me.
I know Jerry's gone for sure. Right, Jerry?
I love when the guy that wasn't jumps up and he's dancing
No,
around. That was
Maury is still with us.
Jerry's gone.
It is a final for Jerry.
Yeah, Maury is still.
How old is Maury these days?
Maury is 85.
Was he married to like Connie
Connie
Chung?
Chung.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is she still around?
Right?
And then
Connie Chung's still alive.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They are still married.
Clearly. Shouts out.
He was also married to Phyllis Minkoff.
Who's that?
Hit the Russian national anthem.
Minimania. All right, let's talk about the Dodgers and what they said at the winter meetings yesterday. Specifically, Brandon Gomes, their general manager, said that their plan is to have Mookie Betts as their everyday shortstop next season. Shortstop.
Yesterday you said second base.
I still think that's where this is going to land.
Yeah.
And I was genuinely surprised that that's the plan.
Okay, so short, who's at second? Okay.
Gavin Lux in this situation would hold on to his spot at second base, but I don't understand why they're trying to make Mookie Betts as a shortstop a thing that they really are going to commit to, because he was getting through it. He was okay. He was getting a little bit better, but clearly the best version of the Dodgers, when Mookie got hit in the hand, right, and he missed those couple months, they brought him back. Miguel Rojas was swinging a hot bat, so they wanted to keep Rojas's bat in the lineup. Lux had heated up in a meaningful way as well. So the best place for their offense was in right field.
Yeah.
The Dodgers were a totally different team set up like that than they were with Mookie at short. Much better.
Yeah.
Much better offensively and light years better defensively. Mookie Betts is a 6-time Gold Glove winning right fielder. He's one of the greats at that position ever. He's not a Gold Glover at shortstop. He's a better second baseman. He's on the wrong side of 30. He hasn't played. Now, he's a great enough athlete, and clearly he wants to be a good shortstop, so it's not like he won't work at it. But I don't understand. Like, the Dodgers do what's good for the Dodgers. The Dodgers sign contracts that are good for the Dodgers. The Dodgers make tough decisions like cutting Jason Hayward that's good for the Dodgers. It's rarely one of these, Mookie really wants to try this, so let's try it. It seems un-Dodger-like. Last year they had to do it because they had no better option.
No
they
choice.
Had no other option. I don't understand this.
You don't take a backward step with Mookie at short, though. You still have his bat in the lineup, and he's not a bad fielder.
He's not a good one.
He's not an all-star.
He's below average. Not by a mile, but he was below average as a defensive shortstop.
But it's not going to derail the formula you figured out, the cheat code.
I don't know. I don't think Mookie at short is going to put that. It doesn't punch a hole in the side of the boat.
Yeah.
But it's also one of these, why are we making ourselves, this is with, unequivocally, this makes them a worse defensive team. There's no way that Mookie at short makes them better defensively.
Unless he gets better, which is a possibility.
Even if he gets better, they're worse in right field no matter who you put out there. And no matter how good he gets, he's not as good as he's not as good as Tommy Edman. He's not as good as Miguel Rojas. He's not a shortstop. He hasn't been a shortstop since high school. Like, it's just not what he does. And it's just a weird deal that the Dodgers are entertaining this idea. Now, they didn't slam the door on, well, could he end up at second base? When they were asked that question, Gomes said, our plan is to have Mookie as our everyday shortstop. So that, to me,
they're going to give him a shot at it.
They're going to give him a shot.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what this is. They're going to give him a shot, and then when it fails, you move him to second or back to right field.
Doesn't that create problems to have that moment like, hey, listen,
well, at least you gave him a shot. I mean, I think not giving him the shot would cause more problems because now he's frustrated. He's mad.
Have you ever gotten the sense from him, because I have not, that Mookie is about anything other than winning?
No, I think he's all about winning.
Me too.
Yeah.
So why not say, hey, listen, our best version is with you at second base or right field. The best version of our team is not with you at shortstop. Can we survive? Sure, we can survive.
Because he thinks he can do it at short. How many games at short did he actually have?
Probably 75 or 80.
How many do you need before you can tell? Before you know if he's a good shortstop or not?
If you were asking the
75 is short, right?
I would say we need at least a full season, at least a full off season to really get an idea of whether or not he can be a serviceable player there.
We'll leave the door open. I mean, it is Mookie Betts, like you said. He's a fantastic athlete.
By the way, so Mookie Betts has played 65 games at shortstop.
65.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
65 games, he's made 9 errors.
That's a bad
lot.
batting average. What's weird is they're all with his arm. or all but one. I think he only made
Throwing
one.
errors?
Yeah.
Which is what Brandon Gomes said was interesting, is that he's getting the hard stuff right. So like the positioning, that where to go before the pitch starts, but it's the throws that tend to be more of his errors, and that he's an amazing thrower. We know that, so that maybe that'll come back to where it's supposed to be.
I don't even. To me, it's not an issue of can he figure it out. Yeah, probably. Like, can he become an average major league shortstop? Yeah, I think he probably can. They're better with him in the outfield. Like, it's as simple as that. It's not that they're bad with him at short.
But what if Mookie Betts turns into an all-star shortstop?
Okay,
are you better?
No, there's no way they're a better team with him at shortstop than in right field.
Even if he's an all-star?
No, he's going to be an all-star because of the way he hits. He's going to be an all-star no matter where you put him.
Okay, Gold Glove, but shortstop.
That's never going to happen, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
He's the best defensive right fielder in baseball. He will never be the best shortstop in baseball.
Can't you fall out of bed and be the best right fielder if you're Mookie Betts? If you're
Mookie Betts. Watch Juan Soto play right field.
No, if you're Mookie Betts, you can go back out there.
No. He did in the playoffs.
Right.
You saw it. He cut down runs all the time. That's my whole point, is that he's that good out there. Leave him out there. We got that figured out.
Yeah.
Now we got to figure out the USC quarterbacks. By the way, the store is filling up with quarterbacks. Which one do you want?
Nice.
It's coming up next. Travis DeMarco on a lit Tuesday on 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
A player that flipped to Oregon because he was going to get his own shoe.
Phil Knight said, if you go to Oregon, I'll make you your own shoe.
Yes.
If you were being recruited and Phil Knight called you and goes, hey, Mace, I will make the Air Mace.
Yeah, I would definitely do it for the Air Mace. Because when I get in the air, look out.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and if you're looking to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They'll make you a great cash offer with no need for repairs. They buy it as is. With Seller's Advantage, there are no agents. They can close within days, and they buy with cash. They'll even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving costs and other expenses. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, and visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Take a sip of sunshine this season with Milagro Tequila. What's up, guys? It's D-Far. Milagro Tequila is made from 100% blue agave, crafted for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Enjoy the freshest margaritas with Milagro Silver, mix up some palomas with Reposado, or simply sip Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Milagro at your favorite retailer, in stores, and online. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila. Milagro Tequila. Must be 21 and over. Please enjoy responsibly.
Time out. Your body goals don't have an off season. GNC is ready to help you get a stronger start on the new year with help building more muscle and proven weight loss support. Need a boost? We're ready with GNC vitamins for your longest winter days. Want the best energy drinks? They're at GNC. Never tried creatine before? Get ready to be amazed. GNC coaches are ready to help you in stores everywhere, and you can shop our full collection of flavors and online exclusives at GNC.com. GNC, live well.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game-changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
Nothing like that summer breeze in December. Been very breezy. By the way, thoughts out to everybody in Malibu dealing with those fires. Last night in North OC, and I was in Whittier earlier in the evening, and there was no wind. I got home to my house, and stuff's blowing off everywhere.
Yeah, it was
the
blowing
pool's
hard
full
this
of
morning.
leaves. I mean, and it still was bad at 5 a.m. this morning. So, but no wind in the South OC, right?
Not a breath.
Wow.
Really?
It was flat.
Wow.
Yeah, but driving in this morning, by the time I got to the northern part of Orange County, it was blowing high. And all the way in, it was blowing really
I didn't
good.
know what that was. It was the mountain was glowing.
That's a fire.
It's a
usually,
fire.
yeah.
It's like, wow. Oh, my God. What's going on over there?
Exactly right. 11:17 on a live imaging Tuesday. Mason and Ireland coming up noon to 3. Then we got Shaq Cap this afternoon from Fun and Frivolity.
Yeah.
Cappy will be in the house, so will I. And then we've got Kings hockey. Kings are on a bit of a winning streak.
Are they?
You'll hear them on the ESPN LA app. And we've got USC, I believe, women's basketball tonight after Sedano and Cap.
Got a lot going on.
We always have a lot going on. That's why we are the destination for LA sports.
We are delinquent in our Kings game. We need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to go.
Here's the deal. We will knock it out right after the first of the year.
When the Blues come. Let's
Okay.
do that when the Blues come. Yeah. I'll break out all my old.
I don't want to commit to a team because if it falls on a Friday or a Saturday, I'm not your man. But if it falls on any other day,
Nice.
any other day,
I want to go see some hockey.
I'm in.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't beat it.
Yes.
Can't beat it. So,
by the way, Radio Michael fan just tweeted. Love when listeners tweet
Oh, did
this.
he?
God, I love them. I do. You're one of my favorite people. But there was some tweet last week that you shot back at it. It was great.
It was
that was
okay.
great.
Okay, so it was a guy on hold
Oh,
for
Hooper's
2.5
ex.
hours.
Oh, that guy.
Who whines
Sorry.
about everything. He's a great guy, and I love him, but he whines.
Let's give you a little peek behind the curtain. If you're on hold for 2.5 hours, it means he doesn't have anything good to say. Okay? So I don't hang up on people. I will put them on hold until we maybe need to use something to fill a segment or something. But I'm sorry, if you're on hold, it's probably because it doesn't really fit with what we're talking about.
So he tweeted, I'm a little bent still because the producer and tags her kept me on hold for 2 hours. And then M shot. Maybe if you had something better to say.
it was awesome.
Wow.
It was good.
It was pretty
But he
good.
did get on Mason Island and probably in Sports Graffiti because
probably.
they don't screen calls
Right.
for that. So that's how he got in.
Win-win.
So
for
Radio
everybody.
Michaels tweets, I'm an average Joe Schmo, but Mason has always been nice to me. Great to meet in person and just an all-around nice guy. Let me tell you something, Radio Michael fan. If you paid Steve Mason another $1 million to try to pick you out of a lineup, he couldn't tell you from anybody. Okay? That's the all-around nice guy.
What am I missing?
Scumbag.
What's going on here?
I think this is a Chris. and
Mason's
Mason.
a great guy.
Hooper's ex is very tall. I met him.
Oh,
at
he
the
is tall.
Mandy's.
Okay.
I met him at the
Yeah.
Mandy's. Very tall guy.
Why don't you go make another bobblehead of me?
Pick the
Radio Michael fan.
the tallest guy.
Is that bobblehead still? Oh, it's still
It's
there.
yeah, it looks like you're being hung in effigy. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, that's a.
Wow.
You know what it looks like at a glance? Your bobblehead,
what?
Guy Fieri.
Yeah, no,
It does look like Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
because of the wig. That's the Island Boys wig.
Island Boys.
Oh,
Island
okay.
Boys.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yes,
Love that show.
that show literally. How long has it been on?
15 years.
And all they do is sometimes you'll see a really early episode
Yeah.
where the hair isn't as defined.
Yeah.
They could just run it forever.
It's the evergreen. It's the greenest of the evergreens.
It's just like Kitchen Nightmares is coming back.
Yeah.
Which I love from Gordon Ramsay. There could literally just be a Kitchen Nightmares channel on Pluto, and you wouldn't even doubt it.
Why? Okay. Do you watch Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives?
I've been to two
I
spots.
have, yes.
Yeah?
Okay.
I've been to two spots in San Antonio that were featured in
Were they
that.
worth it?
Yes, they were. Yeah, one's an Argentinian place that sells empanadas, and the other one's a panaderia. They sell pan dulce and stuff. So, it was good
So
stuff.
I've never been to like one of the locations except for once where I just happened to go into a place that they had featured before. I just like watching the food get made. Like
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah,
intention on going to these places. Like, oh, the next time I'm in El Paso or something, I'll swing through this spot. It's just I want to watch that lady make enchiladas.
Yeah,
that
you may
looks
learn
awesome.
something.
It
Yes.
may learn something, and just watching enchiladas being made is deeply satisfying to me.
I'm
going
to want one if I see it being made, though.
Yeah, but I'm
gonna
not.
want two.
I'm too lazy
You
to
can
get
have
up
cheese
and do it.
enchiladas.
You can.
You can.
Yeah. Yeah. Spinach enchiladas, too. So
Eh,
good.
That, that sounds very white
So
ass.
cool story.
So
So cool
good.
story about this. He like his staple for if he goes to your place, he'll leave like a baking sheet with like his like they spray paint his face.
Okay.
And
Oh,
they
wow.
say, "Oh, we were here," and they put it on the wall. And
Nice.
Before they do the show, there, the producers meet with some of the owners, and they say, "You might want to get ready."
Yeah, I've
Because
heard that.
Once this airs, you're gonna be put on the spot, and you're gonna need as much help as you can because this is gonna blow up.
No, that it
Yeah.
blows up their business.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
whatever they're doing triple, quadruple the business almost instantly
Overnight.
when it runs.
Wow.
He did Mama Cosa's. Mama Cosa's is in West Anaheim, right next to Buena Park. Old school Italian place. It's delicious.
Yeah.
And I went. I was familiar with it, but I never went because it kind of looked like.
And
an
it got
old-
you to go?
Got me to go.
Yeah.
Oh, Mama Cosa.
What'd you get?
Well, I use that excuse to be like, well, we got to try a few things at the table. Get a pizza, get some
For the
lasagna,
table.
some baked ziti.
Wow.
So the carnivore thing, even in a week, I mean, I want pasta desperately. And again, I'm going to loosen up on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So there'll be pasta as part of that.
Good for you.
Is there a roast at the Morales household? I figure the Moraleses might be a roast family.
No, Italian is Christmas.
Okay.
Because my uncle does that. And then, but maybe Stephanie's house will have a roast.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tamales.
That's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, tamales.
Look
man.
at you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Started talking about enchiladas. Now we're on tamales.
DeMarco, I'll eat a tamale right off your body.
No, well, see why? Why?
I'll put green sauce on there.
We were doing fine. Why? Wow.
I'll lick it all off.
Is Kitchen Nightmares when he goes and saves restaurants? And
Well,
they
he
sucks
tries
it?
to save them.
Yeah.
And he yells at him while he's doing it.
Okay.
Bloody hell!
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like Bar Rescue.
Yes.
That's
Bar
so
Rescue's
fake,
fun.
though, but
You
it's
stink.
Yeah.
The
well,
problem
that's
is, but the whole concept of like the dirty, grimy bars are the more enjoyable ones. So why are we trying to rescue bars?
Well, because some of
Losing
them
money.
are so
well, yeah.
they're empty and they're about to shutter their doors, and like those, I don't want to see a failing restaurant's kitchen. That's
it's gross.
That's really gross.
Well, I do. might save
But
your
if
life.
it's failing, you're not going anywhere.
That's but I want to know what's
they're
bad.
on their way
yeah.
out. But if even if you did a total reno, like you do the whole thing, and like those
still not going there.
You know why? They're not on the top of their. You know what?
Right.
They're
Yeah.
not on the second Gordon walks out the door. That place is going right back to the
in
way
it.
that it was, and
Wow.
that pan of uncooked meat next to the stove, that thing's coming back out.
You don't
I'm
like
not
the
doing
dirty
that.
bars where you might get hepatitis at the bar?
Yes.
No, I don't care for that.
I do.
No.
And not from a person, but from the bar.
You know what? I like faux.
kind of
I like
bar.
faux dive.
You like faux dive?
Like, I don't mind. I don't need fancy.
Yeah.
But I don't mind it being kind of. But can we run a sponge over that thing with a little Clorox?
I like the dirty dirt. Come on. Come on.
You don't like a place where the top shelf is Jim Beam? And we love our friends Jim Beam. But.
What's in the well if that's going on?
Oh my God,
right?
that's funny. Wow.
So growing up, I always heard the phrase "well drinks" because my parents did a lot of promotions and club dates and all that stuff.
Right.
As a kid, I didn't really know what that meant, and now it had just happened at a hotel. We were away for the weekend, and the hotel did it was an Embassy Suites, right?
Yeah.
Where they did the free,
but you get a well drink.
and and the guy goes, "Well drink," and I said, "Oh, give me the Jack." He goes, "Well, that's not well." I go,
Right.
"Oh,
The well is well down.
Yes,
The
yes.
bottom of the well, like with the cheapest, what they have. A well drink is a drink you do not want.
like your head's gonna hurt, right?"
Well, it's the cheapest
Yes.
stuff that there is. It's the stuff that.
But what's
put it
like
this
the
way.
Jack Well substitute?
I'll tell you. The next time you go to any grocery store, doesn't matter, your Stater Brothers, Albertsons, Vons, wherever you go, doesn't matter. When you go to the liquor section,
Liquor.
right?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And at eye level is all the things that we all buy. It's the Jack Daniels,
Right.
it's the Jim Beam. The level a little above, that's the more
High-end.
boutique, higher
Yes.
end. The higher on the shelf, the more expensive is almost always the rule. The well is on the floor.
You're kicking it.
It's in a plastic bottle,
Oh.
and it has. You know what it's called? Whiskey.
That's it.
That's all it says.
That's
Yes.
it. It's vodka, gin,
And it has a marble.
rum.
marble in it.
It is nothing that you want
Yes.
to mess with. Oh, yeah.
This morning when I bought the glasses, the guy was laying on the ground lining the bottles.
Yeah.
The well drinks.
Yeah.
The good stuff is locked up usually.
Well, nowadays,
That's the
yeah.
good stuff.
It's locked up, and you
Yes.
got to hit the button or go get the
and
guy.
it's so annoying. I'm so tired of it.
Yeah, but if there are people stealing
Yeah,
$200
easy.
bottles of wine
The
and,
well
and
stuff,
whiskey,
they'll let you steal.
you're hoping you'll take it.
Right, please take this.
Yeah. When you could drop it, and it won't even break.
No,
It's in a
no.
plastic bottle.
Things are getting bad if you're drinking that stuff
Hey,
consistently.
man. It's cold
It's
outside.
for college kids. It's for
Yeah.
giant frat parties so they can fill up the little kiddie pool
Yes.
with gin and vodka
That's it.
and pour Hawaiian punch in it. Nobody drinks it. I'm going to make
And
a
call
martini
themselves
with
sophisticates.
gin tonight.
Right.
So plain wrapped gin from Albertsons. No chance. No chance. Dylan Raiola, Malik Murphy, or Jackson Arnold? Who do you want to be the next SC quarterback? All three guys in the portal. So Raiola from Nebraska.
Yeah.
Looks like Patrick Mahomes. Doesn't play like Patrick Mahomes. Looks like him a little bit. Malik Murphy, local, went to Sarah in Gardena.
Yeah.
SC offered him coming out of high school. He went to Texas, left, went to Duke. He's now leaving Duke to re-enter the portal. And then Jackson Arnold, who was the starter at OU for a good portion of the year, he's in the portal as well.
I'm kind of interested in Raiola. I kind of like that whole act. If you're going to cosplay anybody, why not let it be Mahomes,
Yeah, I
right?
guess.
Similar style, and I think he has more of an upside. And I am kind of worried about guys that enter the transfer portal, 2 or 3 times
So
now.
this would be Malik Murphy's third squad.
Okay, so we've said this before, and this is not just me. This is the NFL GMs. When you see a guy that transfers that much, he doesn't want to compete, and that's not a guy I think I want on my team.
Okay, can I push back on that a little bit?
Go ahead.
Because Murphy is probably leaving Duke, not because he was the quarterback at Duke,
Yeah.
right? He was the guy. He didn't have to compete to keep that job. He's looking to upgrade. He's looking
trying
to
to get one more.
He's looking to go to a bigger school. Like the argument, he left Texas because Arch Manning was there, Ewers was there. I'm never going to get to play. I'm moving on. Okay, that makes sense.
And then he
to
played
me.
at Duke.
Played at Duke, and now he's
transferring.
looking to upgrade.
Is he the better athlete of the 3? Because I'm looking for something athletic. If not, then exciting.
Yeah.
Because I think Raiola might be Spencer Rattler reborn, that type. I mean, but that could either be hit or miss, heaven or hell.
Well, here's the good news.
Spencer Rattler is in the NFL.
If you're a USC fan.
Yeah.
You got 3 guys that have proven they can play in college, right? Like they're college football players. There's no, well, maybe it won't.
Yeah.
If you're Riley and whatever it is you like, okay, I like the guy that plays a little like this, or I don't like the guy that does too much of that. You can kind of take your pick because these are 3 different types of guys. Take your shot because this may be the last chance you get to do it.
Is he better than what you have now?
Okay,
How
so
much better?
Moss is gone.
Yeah.
You got the freshman who's coming from Centennial.
Yeah.
So it's a freshman. Who knows, right? Maybe he's terrific. Maybe he needs a little time to season. And Mayava was.
Is he better than what you have? Because he's going to be in the transfer portal at some point.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't play him for half the year for a reason, right?
You tried with Moss.
And Mayava was okay, but it didn't make your socks roll up and down. It was okay.
I like the homegrown kid. I do.
You go freshman?
The kid from Sarah.
Oh, Murphy.
I like that sounds like a great story, and it might be what you need. His last year, he's basically a pro.
Been around.
I assume
he's got 2 years of eligibility left.
That's what he's basically a professional quarterback. So all he's going to do is work on his game. That might be what you need.
Just pick the right one, man.
Yeah.
Pick the right one, pay him, get him to come and start winning because this is the last bite.
$10 million.
The next time when the buyout's too big, another year that buyout comes down a little bit.
You got one
your
more.
Last shot at it. All right. Are the Rams the team to beat going forward? That's coming up next. It's Drav. It's DeMarco. It's lit. It's 710. It's also Rotolo. 13 years in a row. Dealer of the Year at Rotolo Chevrolet. Think about it. Nobody wins a title 13 years in a row. Nobody wins MVP 13 years in a row. Rotolo just did. Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row because of one simple yet very difficult thing to execute. They make you feel like the most important person when you come on the lot. They have customer service that is second to none. So if you've been looking at a Silverado, the Silverado is amazing. Look at the High Country, unbelievable truck. If you've been thinking about a Chevy car truck, Rotolo Chevrolet is the place to go. Right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You can't miss it. You can also go online at rotolochevy.com, R-O-T-O-L-O, rotolochevy.com. Whether you go in, whether you go online, make sure you tell them that Travis sent you and go see for yourself why Mike Capozio's dancing on TV while he's hanging out with Oral Hershiser and what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey guys, what's up? It's George Sedano. Waiting is never fun. Usually nothing good happens when you wait. My friend Jacob in the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie want to make sure you don't wait after an accident. Immediately after an accident, before talking to the insurance company, call Jacob, man. Jacob and his team will do all the work, make all the phone calls, handle the paperwork, set up the doctor's appointments, whatever the case may be. And when you speak to the insurance company first, it's a big mistake. Because you know why? They may later use your words against you. However, Jacob and his team, they'll guide you through the process, get you the compensation you deserve, and you don't have to pay Jacob unless he wins. Nothing out of pocket. Free. Gratis. So if you're injured in an accident, the first name, the first thought, the first call should be Jacob. Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. The consultation is free. That's right. Free. I told you. Gratis. Don't wait. Call Jacob 24 hours a day at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Call him 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Gear up and get out to Kelce's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday Night Football action. dozens of TVs means all your favorite games. Plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelce's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow @Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelce's at Pachanga.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. You know those memes about guys panicking over last-minute holiday shopping? Yep, that's me. Guilty. You don't want to be that guy, okay? This year, don't be the guy that ends up falling for the trap of, oh, you don't have to get me anything. No. It's a trap, okay? My holiday strategy is less stuff, more flowers. I'm sending farm fresh flowers from the Books Company. And I've got 25% off your entire Books purchase, so you can send some too. Their flowers are cut fresh, sourced directly from the best flower farms, so they last way longer. And it was easy. I picked a bouquet, set my delivery date, and that's it. Get a festive bouquet for mom, a mini tree for grandma, and go big with a flower subscription for your wife or your girlfriend or that significant other. And right now, you'll save 25% off with my promo code ESPN. Go to Books.com. That's BOUQS.com. Use the promo code ESPN. That's BOUQS.com. Promo code ESPN. Books. Promo code ESPN.
After possession, after possession, after possession.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
Great game. You got into the end zone again and again. How'd it feel?
Awesome. Like getting a new iPhone again and again. I just got the new iPhone 16 Pro today.
Really?
Yeah. And with AT&T Next Up Anytime, I can upgrade early every year.
Very nice.
Feel like an MVP again. Learn how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us and the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime. AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Offer subject to change. Additional fees, terms, and restrictions apply. $0 offer may not be available on future iPhones. Next Up Anytime feature may be discontinued at any time. See att.com/iPhone for details.
He's got a red nose, though. He looks like Rudolph. What's Dan Campbell doing sometimes? You know?
I like, who was it, DeMarco?
Winning lots of
when
games.
he came in for the post game, and he's like, "Yeah, you keep throwing up over there in the corner." That was amazing. One of his players was heaving into a trash can.
Really?
Right?
Okay.
And so he's doing we went in there, and he stops and he sees the guy puking. And he goes, "And you keep puking in that
Yes.
can." And everybody's like, "Yeah!"
Wow.
He's just an absolute Neanderthal, but it's working.
They love him.
Yeah.
26 minutes in front of 12 o'clock on a live imaging Tuesday. A smooth operator, little Sade. You think Maurice Jones-Drew's, he's just waking up right now. Those blackout curtains in his room.
His bed.
Do I think Mojo what?
And maybe this is playing.
No, it might be.
He's pouring whole milk into a bowl of Kellogg's Raisin Bran.
You fancy him a Raisin Bran man?
He's just wearing like bad sweatshorts.
Oh gosh.
It's the last time you had to pull a Raisin Bran.
Just eating Raisin Bran in bed.
Right there.
Oh, is that what you have? I know you have cereal every morning.
There,
I haven't had cereal in probably 15 years.
Raisin Bran.
I'll have a bowl of Cheerios maybe once a month, and that's.
Do you think about
it.
the little bee flying around talking to you?
The Cheerios pretty good.
Oh my God. Speaking of, we're talking about personal relationships, right?
Sure.
When guys start fighting over girls.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that what KG said to Carmelo about his wife? Your wife smells like Honey Nut Cheerios, and Carmelo went bonkers.
Is that supposed to be a compliment or no?
That was. Would you want to hear that? Your wife smells like Honey Nut Cheerios?
Well,
you might
the way
catch
he
one
talks
from
about
me.
Cheerios, yes.
They are good.
Right.
I mean, no, to answer your question,
That's
I would
not
not want to
something
hear
you
that.
say about someone's wife. Yes.
That stuff happens all the time. And it always ends up with fights.
Yeah, well, you got the right button there. Yeah.
No doubt. So, the team that nobody wants to play. This is the team that everybody's looking to duck. I'll tell you what, nobody wants to. You better hope they don't get in, because if they get in, they got. Is that the Rams?
Not yet, but close.
What has to happen?
Well, they got to get hot. They got to beat San Francisco on Thursday.
Hot was pretty good on Sunday.
You beat Buffalo. I mean, I still think. We know it's real, right? We were still nervous about the game that they beat Buffalo legit. That was,
yeah,
right. But some people might still hold out that could be a fluke.
No, that was.
It could be a fluke, but they still beat them real.
And you'll bring up the block punt without the block punt or without.
But
McDermott kind of screwed that up.
The block punt was a big deal. The McDermott decision, the sneak was a big deal. But the Rams didn't get lucky to win that game. The Rams played well to win that game.
There are some disclaimers to people who are non-believers. I'm just speaking to, are the Rams scaring people? Are they the team? Not yet. Beat San Fran this Thursday? Yes, that's 2 in a row. You beat Buffalo and you beat your biggest rival.
Or is it they beat San Francisco? San Francisco's under 500. McCaffrey's not around. They're banged up.
But
it's the end of
we
the
always
season.
say this, especially about AFC North ball, division foe. If you win a division game, it goes over. It counts more. So if you beat Buffalo and San Fran in the same week, then you become one of the scarier teams in the National Football League.
I hope it's the same.
You might be favored the next week.
I hope it's the same game plan. You know what I mean? Like the end arounds, 4 wide receivers.
Okay,
and I know it's a different opponent, but it's short week
But they've seen it, and I do not want to run end arounds into Nick Bosa when he sees it coming.
I'm not saying you run it 50 times, but I'm saying to have that as part of your arsenal, and in particular the 4 wide receivers. I liked Tutu out there with those other guys.
Yes.
But the only way that works is if the 5 guys can hold up and keep Stafford upright without a tight end.
And Stafford's got to be able to move in the pocket because they're going to get beat sometimes. Von Miller had a day. He just couldn't get Stafford on the ground. Same thing we were talking about with Josh Allen. They had a great day rushing the passer. They just couldn't get Stafford on the ground. So same thing. Bosa's going to win. They're going to win up front. This is what they do. They're loaded. So Stafford's got to keep himself clean. But if he does and you get the ball out, they can cause problems.
You were saying you got to win one of the next 2 and then the final 2.
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
That is the easy football math I was told.
That works for sure. This is the one, though, that I think is a little tricky because of the short week, because
short for them, too.
It is short for them, too.
Yeah.
But New York is the one that I think you can kind of whatever. Like, if you want a wild card, you got to win them all, right? Or you got to win the first 3, because then you'd have 10 wins, depending on what Washington does. Maybe you can backdoor a wild card, potentially. You can lose to New York if you beat San Francisco. Right?
Easily.
And because it doesn't matter. You can still win your division.
Yes.
The Arizona one doesn't. I know Kyler Murray had a day against him early in the season. Kyler Murray doesn't scare me. He just doesn't. He always
does. And that arrow has been pointing down since.
It has.
Yes.
The Seattle one, that's the right matchup.
But
it's the right team at the right time.
Yeah.
They're coming here. And look, the Rams beat them up in Seattle when they weren't playing good football.
And that's their power plant. And you beat them there. You took away their strength. They got to come down here. So if you get past San Fran, I think the Jets could be a trap game. Been the Jets before. You're out of it. Everybody knows it. And you're facing the team that's sky high.
They lost to a Jets. What, they 0-14 a few years ago?
That's what I'm saying, right. I've been them before. So that could be a trap game. But that might be the perfect thing to set up the last 2 weeks. You get the one that doesn't matter out of the way. Oh, we lost. Some of your warts come back to haunt you. Let's sew that up again for Arizona and Seattle.
He in the position group meetings again this week?
He is coaching his butt off. And you can tell when he's in his bag. His steps get different.
What do you mean?
He starts to walk quicker. He starts to walk like he's carrying luggage.
Because he knows what he's about to call is going to work?
It's just super confident. You can tell when he's feeling better and when he's in his bag. Talking about McVay.
That's how Travis was walking when he had a doo-doo in his pants.
That was more flat back.
That was flat back and pulled tight.
Oh, my God.
Shuffling. Like my longest step was maybe 6 inches.
Yeah.
Just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Happens, man. Yes, sir. But
he starts walking fast when he's in his bag.
You can
I'm going to keep an eye on that.
Yeah. This is the last time they might be underdogs.
Well, they won't be against the Jets. Even if they lost, I don't think.
But what about the greatness of Aaron Rodgers?
Did
you see that end of the game on Sunday against the Dolphins?
Catastrophe.
It's just a bad team.
Yeah.
And
what is he doing? He's bad. He looks bad. It doesn't look good.
There's no one to rein him in.
No.
There's no one to rein him in.
Bad coach. It's
they
just
look like
a
they're
disaster.
practicing and I feel bad. It's Jeff Ulbrich, right?
Yeah.
I know Brick. I think he's in over his head.
Yeah, no, you can see it in his eyes.
Yes.
Well,
he knows he's in over his head.
In charge. The quarterback's in charge.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This guy got my boss fired.
I understand there are times when you got to collaborate with the talent, right? There are times when I can't bend you to my will, but and so I need to collaborate with you. But there always has to be I at least have 50% hand in this. I at least like Pat Riley with Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like those guys were the mega stars.
Yeah.
But Pat Riley was also not just going to get steamrolled in these situations. The coach can't get steamrolled by a player.
I don't think he can put him on the bench if he wanted.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
That comes from ownership on up. Yeah. Can you do it? But they're a mess.
Here's what's going to happen.
Yep.
Rams and the Seahawks are going to play Week 18, SoFi Stadium. It's going to get flexed into Sunday Night Football. It's going to be the last game of the regular season. The winner wins the division and goes to the playoffs, and the loser season ends right there. That's how it's going to play out.
Sounds like the NFC Championship game.
Right.
Right. Winner go home.
Right. It is. It's a playoff game in Week 18.
Loser leaves town.
Yeah. Losers out, winners in. So you sign up. Would you take that right now?
Absolutely. Starting at 1-4. Absolutely.
Okay.
Give them credit.
How about
1-4 to
You're right.
7-6.
How about this?
Yeah.
I don't know if this feels like this to anybody else. They've won 6 of their last 8 games. By the NFL standards, that's sizzling hot.
1-4 to 7-6.
6 of 8.
Yes.
They've won 6 of 8 games, and nobody.
Say McVay's a great coach.
Nobody until
Say it.
Sunday.
Did I ever say he wasn't?
Say he's a great coach. I want to hear you say it.
The only person I've ever always had an issue with coaching is Roberts. I've always been a McVay fan.
Say McVay's a great coach.
I think it's because
He's a great coach.
Thank
but
you. I just want to hear you say it.
They could still, there is still a very good chance that they're not making the playoffs.
Maybe that's what it is, Em. She just told me that the 2 losses they had in their last 8 were both, there was a Sunday night and a Monday night.
Yeah,
and they got housed in front of the world.
Yes.
But they won 6 of 8. In the NFL, I don't care who you are, you win 6 of 8, you're hot.
Yeah.
Nobody was talking about them as being hot until Sunday.
Prime time's been an issue. That's been an issue.
Then Sunday night, forget I said that. Let's play it at 105.
They've got to.
We'll go from there.
They've got to win all these division games. That's not an easy task.
No.
So let's all calm down.
Well, Seattle's not a juggernaut. Arizona's not a juggernaut.
It's not about juggernauts.
Here's where I think.
But you could be if you beat San Fran.
That's why I'm optimistic.
Yeah.
Everybody at their best, the Rams are the best team left.
If they play like they played Sunday, you're right.
Yep. If
they play like they played on Monday Night Football, no.
No. They won't win another game if they play like they played on Monday night.
Miami was much better than
Settle down, Key. Remember how you say, settle down, Key?
Stop getting wild, I think was your
I used to tell them, don't be angry.
Don't be angry.
And then we played the Jurassic Park thing. Can't get away with that kind of bit anymore.
Wow.
Probably not.
Settle down, DeMarco.
The dump.
It just doesn't work the same.
It's not
it doesn't work the same.
It's not the same. Travis DeMarco on a lit Tuesday on 710 ESPN. All right. You got $14.99 a month, right? You do. Here's what you should do with your $14.99. Pick up the phone and call NextGen, 833-3-NEXGEN, to sign up today and become a NextGen VIP member. And here's what you get with your $14.99 a month. Complimentary multi-point heating and cooling tune-up, so they'll come out and make sure that your system is running at its absolute best. Plumbing and safety inspection, so you have the peace of mind that knowing that everything in your house is operating the way that it's supposed to be. VIP guaranteed 2-hour priority service appointments. If you've called to try to get your furnace fixed, if you've tried to get your air conditioning fixed, you know that, we'll get to you. How's 8 days from now sound? With NextGen, 2 hours and all sorts of member-exclusive savings. But you got to call 833-3-NEXTGEN, 833-3-NEXGEN to sign up today for their VIP service at NextGen. Visit nextgenaironplumbing.com for more information.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another 3. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Did he?
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
At the Home Depot, we know you can't control everything, like when your guests arrive too early for Saturday college football. But you can control your grill. With the Traeger Timberline XL, you can watch the game, not the grill. Monitor your football feast from anywhere using the Traeger app. With the Timberline XL, you can bake, smoke, sear, fry, and sauté. That's Desmond Howard-level versatility.
Huddle up. The food's done.
Defend your game time with Traeger and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Sweetie, come here. Don't worry. I see a lot of patients with the exact same thing.
Ever since the ice skating rink went in next door,
Or is it more than
Dr.
a year?
Clark's business is heating up.
So many patients need my help. How will I find time to see all of them?
They need to hire a scheduler, stat.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
People are upset. It's not fair that we're the evil empire. And you know what? I say let's get more evil and sign somebody else.
Absolutely.
Let's load up.
Every fan of every franchise wants them to do exactly what the Dodgers are doing.
It's just jealousy.
And it's great.
Yeah, it is fantastic.
The tears taste delicious.
Oh, the tears. The tears taste delicious.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
13 minutes until noon. That's when Super Crosstalk will be. Travis is in the bathroom.
That was half the show today.
Travis in the bathroom?
The dump, yeah.
Oh, yes, exactly. Let's begin the dump. Take it away, Em.
All right, so we got some birthdays today. We got our happy 28th birthday to Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Got a win last night. A beloved quarterback to a lot of women in my life. They love Joe
They like Joe Cool?
They love Joe
They like those yellow highlights in his hair?
If you had to restart a team in the NFL,
Him.
how far down do you get before you get to Joe
You can
Burrow?
have my first round pick this year, next year, the year after that for
But
Joe Burrow.
let's just say clean slate. You could restart your franchise with any quarterback in the league.
Oh,
how far
Mahomes.
down until you get to Burrow?
One or two.
Third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mahomes and Allen.
Easy.
And by the way, Lamar might be the answer, too, ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I think I might go Burrow ahead of him.
Maybe, but I'm saying that look, if you took Lamar, nobody's looking at you like you're nuts.
I don't
Burrow
mind
actually
picking
got
third
to
or
his,
fourth.
Yeah.
Burrow actually got to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Lamar chokes in the playoffs.
His guy was
So
MVP.
far. Twice.
That's what I'm saying. It's
What
not-
about Matthew? Oh, Matthew Stafford.
Back in the day? Sure.
Too old.
Yeah.
Those other
Purdy.
guys are still on the right
Yeah.
side of
What? Purdy.
Purdy.
He went,
Stop.
hey, he went
Get
to
outta
Super
here.
Bowl. He went to Super Bowl.
Mr. Irrelevant.
You know, Detroit wasted some good years out of him.
Out of
Out of Matthew Stafford.
yeah.
Yeah, some great years. Unbelievable.
What about Charlie Checkdown? Justin Herbert.
Another guy. If the Chargers are done,
He's well below all those other guys we mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
if I got him, I'm not feeling that bad.
No, you're not dead in the
Yeah.
water, but Lamar, Herbert, Lamar.
Yeah.
You know, Herbert, Burrow.
Easy.
Allen, easy.
If we're
easy.
picking and you take Mahomes, I'm taking Allen.
Yes.
Then Burrow. Yes.
Happy birthday. Speaking of, we spent a little time on the Food Network today. Bobby Flay turns 60 years old
Could you
today.
beat Bobby Flay?
No.
Could you
And-
be Bobby Flay?
Could I beat? Like, have you ever watched Beat Bobby Flay?
No.
So
Okay, what about if you pick the dish? The dish
Oh,
that
you
you
gotta-
make the best.
no.
You got to outcook him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's
No.
a chef, right?
Yeah, other
Yes.
professional chefs don't beat him. I'm a chump with a cutting board and a knife. I got no shot.
What do you do best, though?
You know what I do pretty well?
What do you do?
I do a pretty good cioppino.
Do you know how to do it?
I do.
Like from scratch? Let's go.
I would not need a recipe. I just need the ingredients, and I know exactly.
How about if
what
you're
I do.
going
we've seen the
for
pictures.
Cioppino?
Yeah, I've always heard about Travis's Chipino.
Yeah.
No,
You and Flay at Cioppino.
those guys, it's like an artist, right?
Yeah.
They just know how to put things together better than regular people. If I
Yeah.
made you Cioppino, you know what you'd say to me?
What?
That's really good, Trav. And then if you ate his, you'd be like, "This is the best thing I've ever eaten in my life."
It's a big
Like
difference.
that's the difference.
You know how I know
It's like
Bobby
having Joe
Flay?
Burrow.
It's because he's part of a Disney Channel original movie, Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. Disney Channel original movies could apply to every single day here.
I remember when he was on Entourage as
Bobby Flay was on
yeah.
Entourage.
he was dating
somebody.
You don't have this reaction when I say Disney Channel original movie?
Well, yeah, everything you
He was
talk
Ari's
about
wife.
is from a Disney
He was-
Channel.
Ari's
original
wife
movie.
was going to they were separating.
Yes.
And she was hanging out with Bobby Flay.
Well,
Bobby
Bobby Flay has a resume that is pretty impressive.
Really?
Bobby Flay is very popular with women.
He can cook.
He's been married a bunch of times, and he's apparently very charming.
He's good looking, charming, and can cook. I think that's a
Yeah.
good set up there.
Yes. Pretty good asset.
What's your specialty?
God. I make a pretty good spaghetti bolognese.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
I
bad
mean,
with
you didn't
that.
pick a very difficult thing there.
Is that,
That's
is that not
spaghetti
hard?
with meat sauce, right?
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Oh, well, I mean.
Good, I bet.
My mom didn't make it, so my maid. See? I'm
Chris
proud of it.
Brajol? I know you like to make a brajol every once in a
Brajol's
while.
fine, but my tri-tip is legendary.
Okay.
You've had my meat.
Oh.
You've always said we've had this argument before. I don't think I ever have.
Really? Didn't I make it that day you came over recently?
I've never been to your home.
Oh, that was Stephanie's house. I didn't have tri-tip out?
No, the
that
taco
was
guy.
The taco guy, that's
Yeah.
right. That was the next week I made tri-tip. Next time you come over, I'll put my meat in there.
Well, since you put it like that, how could I say no?
I have some news from the NFL. We got the Browns have waived Kadarius Toney.
Oh, no, again?
Toney era is over with the Browns.
That guy had so much promise in New York.
He's bounced around so much.
But what happened in New York? He must be a toothache.
I was going to say, there you
And
go.
then
That's,
with the
by the way,
Chiefs-
I've never heard it put like that. That's
yeah.
perfect.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
perfect.
And with the Chiefs, he kept on dropping every single pass that was sent to him. And then with the Browns this past weekend, it's kind of the final straw. He was terrible with them on.
What's the tipping, right? There's the talent and the tolerance. Right? If the talent is super up here, we're going to be really super tolerant, and it starts going here.
Production equal talent. You ain't producing enough. Yeah.
But he didn't produce really at all.
There was a stretch in New York 4 years ago where, like, he had a 4-game stretch that was unreal. Like, one of the better receivers in the game, and then all of a sudden from there.
We've got a breaking news, a Twitter breaking news. Hooper X, he just doesn't know when it doesn't know.
Oh, I probably because I muted him at this point in time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Here's his tweet, Hooper's X. Random strays from Emily and me, meaning me, CMM Spectrum. Way to punch down at someone who can't speak up for himself. Right now, call the number. 877-710-ESPN, Hoopers. I'll give you 2 minutes.
2 minutes uninterrupted?
Not uninterrupted.
Oh, okay.
But we'll give you 2 minutes.
2
And then
minutes
he
is
can
a
rack
while.
him.
And then I might rack him, or you'll be banned for life.
Bam!
Not banned.
Banned.
See, this is what's going to happen, guys. I'm not afraid. We're not afraid of you, you gutless bums. Go ahead. What are you going to say? You going to tell us, you don't like LeBron? He had a funny campaign last year. Every time he was tweeting about how Darvin Ham should be fired.
Yeah.
What are you tweeting now? JJ should be fired?
That's not JJ's problem.
That's so funny, Hooper's X.
Is he coming? It's
Wow.
not. It's not running yet. It's not ringing yet. I should say.
Honestly, anybody who doesn't go by their real name on Twitter.
Oh, I love it.
See,
God, I love it. God, yeah.
All right, we'll see what happens
This is why
next.
M's the best.
Yeah, sorry, like Ardo the Iggy, that dog guy.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Do you know
Dog
what
is
Ardo
his
the
profile
Iggy means?
picture?
Not at all.
Yeah.
No.
I just saw your. This is how I know tomorrow when you just go. I know that we've entered a certain part of the chat.
Not at all. Yes.
All right. While we wait for Hooper's X to call the number,
He won't call.
877-710-ESPN. This was released yesterday. The feeling in talking with multiple sources in and around the Georgia Bulldog football program, quarterback Carson Beck has a UCL elbow injury and will miss the Sugar Bowl. So those games start a week from tomorrow, or a week from Friday.
So your Bulldog career is over.
His Bulldog career is over, and Georgia may be dead in the water before it even starts because he's their quarterback. He's been their quarterback. He's a pretty good player, and he had his arm badly injured right before the half. The guy that they brought in to play in the second half, it did okay. He nearly got decapitated at the goal line against Texas. Just a brutal shot. So who knows where he is in his progression and getting healthy all over again. They could be down to a third quarterback by the time that game starts.
Georgia can pack it in and run the ball and play D.
And
be
with Etienne, yeah.
Keep the score close and try to win it late.
But they get another week too, right? Because they got to bye, so they'll get extra time to get somebody right. But
You're not going to be able to open up the offense. My guess is you're going shoe to shoe.
It reminds me a lot of what happened to Florida State last year. Remember when they got down to their third or fourth guy, and they were a really good team, and their quarterback goes down, the backup quarterback goes down, and they got left out of the party altogether.
Yeah, they got hosed, and this could happen. I mean, I don't think this knocks Georgia all the way out, but it hurts.
We'll see. They get the winner of Indiana and Notre Dame, I want to say. I think that's so.
I'm not ready for this.
They can beat either one.
I'm not ready for the playoff.
Breaking news.
What?
What do we got?
Nothing.
Oh, no, Hooper's X?
Not calling? I told you you weren't calling.
877-710
platform, buddy.
Wait, is this swinging down at him still?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the number, I'm looking at it. Nothing's ringing.
We are platforming you, sir, so have the platform away.
Why aren't you in the playoff?
Down?
That's what he said, that him and I are swinging down at him.
Yeah.
Kate's. By the way,
Hooper's X.
Kate's has got a look-alike at the JW Marriott. He waited on me for breakfast this morning.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. His name's Mark, too.
Did you go to the restaurant?
I did.
How was it?
Delicious. Their breakfast. So here's the thing. all due respect to Denny's, there's a Denny's down Figueroa. And when you're on Carnival, you need meat and eggs and all that.
Yeah.
That breakfast is going to cost me $25. And I got to walk down there. And again, it's Denny's. But that Denny's is I don't know if that's more expensive than most places, but it's
I think it's got a premium on it because of the location.
Because I might get shot in the window?
I mean, you never say never.
The JW is $38 for their breakfast buffet.
That's a lot for breakfast.
But that's the only time I'll eat until
worth of breakfast.
I'm not. But here's the thing.
No problem.
Because
they're going to lose on that deal.
Yeah,
because of today being Tuesday, I'm not going to eat until tonight. Because really, once you get into the Carnival, you really eat like twice a day. So to me, that was a good investment, and it was right there.
How many pounds of bacon did you take down? How many?
Probably
eggs?
a pound.
Rasher.
Probably a rasher. What is a rasher? I've always heard that.
A lot of bacon. Give me a rasher. Give me 2 rashers.
Is a rasher a pack?
I think it's like 5.
So anyway, I don't remember why we got there, but we got there.
Yeah.
11:57 Super Crosstalk. Anybody on the line?
Nope.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I keep looking.
He don't want it.
I keep looking.
Yep.
Keep hiding.
Yeah, I mean,
keep hiding,
when
boys.
when you call it out and somebody
gonna
says
give it to you.
call, then what are you going to do? All right, Super Crosstalk's coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano here. You know it's hard to find a good dentist for your kids, someone who they can trust and enjoy going to the dentist with. Luckily, we found Children's Dental Fun Zone. With 17 locations across Southern California, Children's Dental Fun Zone specializes in children's dentistry and orthodontics. With state-of-the-art equipment and personal attention your children deserve. To book your child's next appointment, visit their website, cdfzone.com. That's cdfzone.com. Or call them at 800-717-KIDS. That's 800-717-KIDS.
I love opening gifts for myself because, I really get me. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Gift a Day giveaway. 15 days, 15 gifts. Earn 500 points on your rewards card and get that day's great gift. Now till the 20th.
Number 2.
The Hilarious, Just Hilarious. Live January 11th.
And the number 1 reason.
It's the holidays. It's Morongo. It's good times.
Morongo. Good times.
For employers looking for their star players, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology works fast to find qualified candidates for your job. And you can invite your top choices to apply. It's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire and why 4 out of 5 employers who use ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. Time for a full court press in your hiring game. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, Travis Matthew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, Travis Matthew brings that same style to USC fans with their first-ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days in style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at travismatthew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming LAX.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Crosstalk featuring the faux nice Steve Mason.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't
Are you
understand.
faux nice?
Well, it's interesting. If you are faux nice,
Yes.
are you not nice? And is that not the point?
I'd rather you be fake nice than not nice, than mean.
But if you're being faux nice and then behind the scenes you're an impossible you-know-what,
Yeah.
that's not
bad.
good.
See, I don't think that's me.
No, I don't think it is either.
I was driving
I
in
stuck
today.
up
I'm
for
like,
you.
how am I getting
I
straight?
mean,
what did I do?
well, apparently you need a reset.
That wasn't a stray.
Well, I did say, look, we had a big blow up, last month sometime, and I said, okay, let's just go to dinner and have a reset. Let's just reset our. So I'm.
You and Morales?
Yeah, me and Morales.
Okay.
John Morales had nice things to say
Yeah,
about you
very
today,
nice
which is
Morales and I used to be public enemy number one to each other
Right.
for
Yeah.
a long time, and then we settled it over whiskey.
Oh, well, that usually
at
does the trick.
That usually does
at
it,
a place
yeah.
called Tin Roof. And by the way, so I got pretty drunk, and Chris goes, I go, okay, we good? Chris goes, yeah, absolutely, we're great. I go, you're not driving, are you? He goes, no, but I got somebody else coming in another 10 minutes.
Wow.
So he stayed and held it down further?
Good Lord.
I was the warm-up act.
Oh.
Yeah, he stayed and went hard.
You should have pulled the Mason on him from the other day and got the Everclear in the water going.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I wanted to drink.
Yeah.
I've been told to get your review of the HBO Yacht Rock documentary.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely loved
Me
it.
too.
Okay.
I loved it also.
Did you finally finish it?
Yeah, I did. I finished it. It's fantastic.
It is hard to explain how well they knocked it out of the park. And should I reveal the phone call at the end credits or let people figure?
I think
see
you
it for
should let
themselves?
people figure that one out.
All right,
Yeah.
watch it till
Yeah.
the end,
Okay.
including through the credits.
But there was so much stuff that I did not know about the history of this genre.
What is
Christopher
the
Cross,
history
Ride
of the
Like
genre?
the Wind?
Yeah.
Wrote it on acid.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The progenitor of all yacht rock, Steely Dan.
And
That's where it all came from.
And
They were the start.
the guy who ties it all together, who either wrote or sang backup on most yacht rock songs, and apparently is incredibly generous, Michael McDonald.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They tell one story that Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins met because they were both kind of big stars at the time. And Loggins goes, man, I love your voice. I love the way you write. Let's write songs together. And McDonald goes, God, I'd be honored, man. You're like the biggest thing in yacht rock. Yeah. And he goes, okay. And McDonald goes, where do you live? And they both live relatively close to each other. And so he goes, here's my address. McDonald says to Kenny Loggins, here's my address. Come over tomorrow at 3:30. So McDonald tells this story to his sister. And at the time, Kenny Loggins made women melt.
Okay.
Like his sister found out that Kenny Loggins was going to McDonald's house and just mysteriously showed up. So Loggins is walking to the front door, and he hears McDonald playing a riff on a piano. McDonald's just goofing around, and he goes, "Man, I don't know, I don't got it." And the doorbell rings. He goes to answer it, and Kenny Loggins goes, "What you just did, what you were just doing, can you do that again?" And he goes, well, I don't think it was really anything much. He goes, can you do it again? And he goes, I think so. He goes, try. Goes back to What a Fool Believes. Grammy for Best Song in 1983.
Yep.
Was Kenny Loggins wrote it with Michael McDonald, and he walked in and said...
What part? Wow.
When
did it...
Oh,
my God. Wow.
He goes, that's the beginning of a song.
Wow.
She came from somewhere back in her long ago. And,
Yeah.
and then they were off. By the way, that's also in the Eagles doc. If you've never seen the Eagles doc on Showtime, one day, guy's trying to write a song at some apartment in Silver Lake. And Glenn Fry and Don Henley and J.D. Souther were living together because they were all struggling musicians. And some guy upstairs kept playing the same thing over and over and over again, but he was trying to write a song, but he couldn't get it. And Fry just goes, this is driving me crazy. Goes upstairs, knocks on the door. Guy opens the door, he goes, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind. 4 that want to hold me, 2 that want to scold me. 1 says she's a friend of mine. Take it easy. That's your first verse. And the guy sticks out his hand and goes, Jackson Brown, nice to meet you.
No way.
They all lived in the same apartment
No
building.
kidding.
Wow.
Yeah.
When did it become yacht rock? Because
This is all covered in the doc.
The
It's all
songs
covered in
we're
the
talking
doc.
about, this was just popular music at the
Right.
time.
They did
You're not going to believe how it started.
They did not know exactly what obviously
What to
nobody
call
set
it?
out to write a yacht rock.
Right.
It was just soft rock.
song.
Yeah.
It was
like
it
AC.
was soft, but it was also kind of jazzy.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a
A little
soft,
soulful.
jazzy
Blue
thing
Light
going on.
Soul.
Trav,
Yeah.
the way it started, and again, this is all covered in the doc, before there was YouTube, think about it, because there really wasn't YouTube or any social media in the 80s, a group of comedians started making fun of all that music, of Steely Dan, Kenny Loggins, Michael McDonald.
No
They
kidding.
started dressing in captain's hats and like I have a yacht, and this is what I play on my yacht, blah, blah, blah.
Rock.
And they go over Kenny Loggins goes, when I first heard about this, I thought these guys were a-holes and that they were making fun of us. But then I realized they're kind of celebrating the music. And Morales' buddies from Yachtly Crew are in the dock.
Yeah, they're right near the beginning of the doc. You know, Bill Simmons is the executive producer of this, and he has made some other great music documentaries I strongly recommend. The Alanis Morissette one, fantastic.
Fade to Black? No, that's the other one.
No, that's Amy Winehouse. He didn't do that. He did Woodstock 99, which is spectacular. Woodstock 99 was just a mess, a melee, terrible. And then the best one of all, Kenny G.
Really?
I
know Kenny G loves to play golf.
I've always
handicap.
I know.
He would take us to the cleaners.
Always disliked Kenny G. But he is like a big 10,000 hours guy. There's nobody that practices in what you're pointing out, golf and music as much as he does. He was like playing for a couple of hours every single day.
You don't like Kenny G's music, or you don't like
I
Kenny
don't like
G?
the music.
Okay.
I don't like the music.
I actually do like some of his music.
I admire Kenny G after seeing the doc. Yeah, Songbird is like...
But Songbird, the album is good.
Yeah,
the song is
just
they
that
run
one
it into
song.
the ground.
And so what happened was Kenny G was very, very popular. And somebody in Los Angeles said, you know what? We got to have a station where we can play Kenny G. So they invented the Wave specifically
here in town.
for Kenny G.
Do you remember when it took the place of? You might remember this. Remember what the Wave replaced?
A little bit of heaven, 94.7 KMET.
KMET.
Yeah.
KMET.
Jim Ladd was on
Wow.
Mason and I, when we've been on so many radio stations and we've been doing this for so long that that we used to work at KLOS.
Okay.
And so we actually were next to Joe Benson and Rita Wild and
kidding.
Mark and Brian.
Rita Wild.
All these. So whenever a sports story broke, they would grab one of us and throw us in there. And all we wanted to do, all Mason and I wanted to do, was ask him music, like ask Joe Benson.
Yeah.
But like, you ever
Uncle
been to
Joe, man?
Yeah. Have you ever been to a Pretender set? He goes, I was there for the whole second album. And Rita knew Rita's.
Oh yeah.
By the way, Trav, Rita Wild. Huge Angels
Big
fan.
Angels fan.
Like goes probably 30 games a year.
Really?
And I did sports on Mark and Brian for 2 years. It was the worst time. I had the terror. Mark and Brian, fantastic. But I would get up every morning at 5 a.m.
Oh yeah.
I'd do sportscasts at 5:30.
Do you remember who you replaced?
No.
Todd Donahoe.
Oh, really?
Remember Todd Donahoe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was doing sports in the mornings
Donahoe.
for Mark and Brian.
And he was on ABC.
Right.
Yeah.
He had Rob Fukuzaki's job.
Right.
Yeah, by the way, ABC 7 is like being quarterback of the Packers. You get that job and you keep it forever.
You're there forever.
Todd had it forever. Then Bill Weir came in.
Bill Weir, sure.
And Rob's had it. Rob Fukuzaki and Kurt.
And Kurt's been there forever, too.
I think they've both been there for 30 years.
That's amazing.
Rob does
So you would do 2-minute sports updates.
I do a 2-minute sports update, like one in the 5 o'clock hour, two
From
in the
his
5
house.
o'clock hour, 2 in the 6 o'clock hour, 2 in the 7 o'clock hour. Then I would go to sleep, and they'd replay my old ones. But I did it from my house. I had a set up in an ISDN line in my house, and I did it every single morning. Yeah. And I would immediately drink some NyQuil, go back to sleep, and then wake up in time for afternoon
Sounds like a very
drive.
healthy lifestyle.
It was a very healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, you wake up,
Trav, when
take
you
NyQuil to go
I'm
back
going
out.
Mark and Brian, knock back some NyQuil.
You will, the best thing I can say about the Yacht Rock doc is you're watching it and it ends and you go, man, I didn't want that thing to end.
That's the best
Like you
compliment
never look
anything
at your
could ever
watch,
get.
you never look
Yeah.
at anything. It just goes, and you're like, everything about it is interesting.
Love it.
I'm in.
Me too.
And I will say,
You had me at Michael
none
McDonald.
of the Yacht
Yeah.
Rockers,
Yeah.
none have aged well. They
Oh,
all
really?
Kenny's okay. Kenny Loggins is okay.
Michael does not.
Michael has gained a lot of weight.
He's gained a lot of weight.
Michael McDonald,
These are
big
the
now?
guys.
You
are
need
the
to
seven,
go on your walking plane.
The guys from Ambrosia, the guys from all those other places.
Toto.
And you'll see.
They're
that,
in their 80s, right?
Oh yeah, some of them.
Yeah.
And by the way, Toto's biggest hit. You know Toto's biggest hit of all time?
Africa.
They've never been to Africa.
That makes sense.
It was. You talk about like cultural misappropriation. They would be killed for that now. Like the video, they have a music critic who's a brother who goes on there and basically says if they did this music video in 2024,
it wouldn't fly.
They'd be canceled.
I don't remember the video. Is it,
It
inappropriate?
was these guys in Africa singing about black guys that they had never met and knew nothing about.
Oh. Yes.
And I miss the rains down in Africa, and they've
never been there.
Yeah, they
Miss
do a
the
thing.
rains.
They match a rhyme to Serengeti, and
Oh,
they've
yeah,
never
that's right.
been there.
Serengeti.
Yeah, but it's super interesting. You'll like it a lot because it's all the music.
By the way, that's the thing that jumps out at me is I remember Serengeti.
I remember the song. I do not remember it the way you said it.
I remember
the chorus,
and
not the
they asked the
Serengeti
guy-
line.
They talked to the guy
Wild
who wrote
dogs
it, and he
cry
goes,
out in the night.
I just wrote it because I thought Africa would be, I thought Africa would be, like a cool place to go. I'd never been there.
Oh, my
so I
God.
just wrote a song. You also realize that a lot of these songs were written by guys who were high, and it
Wasted.
actually,
Well, you guys bring us full. What was the song that was written on acid?
Chris
Michael
Cross.
McDonald.
Christopher Cross, Ride Like the Wind.
Ride Like the Wind.
That makes sense.
Oh, he was riding.
Now you can write a song, and apparently you could throw a perfect game on acid like Doc
Oh,
Ellis.
that's right. Like Doc
Well,
Ellis.
Nate, who was the person that got all bent out of shape that Christopher Cross won all the Grammys? Barbara Streisand.
Oh, yeah, Barbara Streisand.
She wouldn't talk to anybody after those Grammys because she thought she deserved to win everything, and Christopher Cross wiped her out.
Hard to believe she had an attitude.
He won all the Grammys that year, like record, song, album, best
Matter
new
of fact,
artist.
no one has done what he did till Billie Eilish did it a couple of years ago.
That's the first
that's in
time
the
since
doc.
Christopher Cross. Yeah.
All it takes is a little acid.
Yeah.
Super Crosstalk was brought to you by
That's
In
what
and
I
Out.
say before every show.
Why not? That's what a hamburger's all about.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedona.